And what's up? Working on another cover. And tonight we're going to do something a little different. We might have some people show up. But I'm thinking we're going to watch a movie while I'm doing this here cover. What's up, dude?
The city of Aurora will very soon be part of my kingdom.
Your Majesty, I have always been your loyal servant. I've proved myself before. Give me the job.
Your Majesty, I feel I'm the best qualified for the job.
You both have been loyal and faithful servants. General Saga, you will take Super Samus. General Mike, you can be the one to take Super Scorpio. Of the two of you, he who performs most valiantly will marry my daughter Medusa and inherit my wealth and
Medusa.
Kingdom Devilus.
Long live your Majesty!
Jesus Christ.
Our last 3 invasions of Aurora were not successful, but this time we will not fail.
Huh? Oh no. What's that noise?
Look at the radar! They're all around us.
It's an invasion. Just look at them all.
We must act quickly. Call a defense troop.
We're under attack! We're under attack! Fellow soldiers, we must keep attacking at all costs. We can't give General Mike the chance to win the battle.
These are the worst voice actors ever.
Saga is an incompetent fool. We cannot give him the chance to win. We must be the ones to conquer. Everyone to their battle station. Prepare to attack and fire the missiles now!
Officer, the enemy is attacking! What do you mean the enemy is attacking? Are you certain? Put all ground forces on red alert, huh? Ah! Everyone, take cover immediately!
Yeah, this one's good.
Hey, stupid! Where did you learn that move? You should learn to catch with your mitt. You just need a little confidence in yourself. Get ready now.
What's up, dude? Oh shit, I lost the cartoons.
I can leave if you want.
Nah, it's fine. We got it.
How long is this little compilation?
Hold on 1 second. Let me find my earphones. This is the worst cartoon ever. It's got like the worst voice actors I can. Oh my god, it's terrible. Yeah, Ed, you got one.
Well, these guys made me the stupid coach. Hey, you idiot! Why didn't you do like I
Yeah.
Hey, you idiot!
They'll make them be real baseball.
Where'd it go? Knew about baseball. Stop making such a fuss or we'll have you picking up balls in the outfield.
Ooh.
They need to do that again.
We'll have you picking up these balls.
Is the guy who wrote that still alive? The screenwriter?
I don't know, dude. I got a feeling he's canceled if he is.
Oh shit! I do miss those, man. I miss those so much. There's about 3 or 4 space things besides Gundam that were really, really popular in the 80s and early 90s.
Oh yeah, dude. Back in the day, like that shit was crazy. Yeah, I think you could only find it on HBO too. I think that's the only people that would show it. Yeah.
I would get the VHSs.
Oh, they had VHSs of those.
Yeah, they
Holy
just
shit, dude.
the same people that. I mean, I don't know if you could do it now, but you could get the movies. You can buy the whole shows in VHS tapes.
God, you're an old motherfucker.
I'll be 40 this year. But do you remember that one show that used to come on during the day where you can wear the 3D goggles and they were like robots?
No. Are you talking about Transor Z or Amazinger Z?
Oh, what is it, man? I've been hoping to find someone who's ever watched it, but it's like almost like a Kung
And it was
Fu
in
styles.
3D?
Yeah, you can wear the paper flimsy glasses that had 2 red lenses.
Dude, well, I remember the ones with the blue and the red. Yeah.
Well, it may have been blue or red. Yeah, it's so long ago.
There's
but
2 red lenses. I don't think that's 3D. I think that's D.
That's just
I
red.
think that's what that is. That's D. I used to dig these cartoons, but it was oh my God, it was crazy shit. Like you could never get them. You know what I'm saying? Like it was you had to just hope that you caught them, and then you'd never see them again. Like because
what I think was cool. You remember
the movies, not the cartoons. The movies.
Do you remember those shows, or excuse me, those movie VHS programs? They were sending you like 10 VHSs a month.
No, like I don't remember any
stuff?
of this shit, dude.
Yeah,
no.
So my dad was into it. That's how I knew about it, because my dad was a major sci-fi dude. Dune. I mean, like I have so many of his DVDs.
Yeah.
Since he's passed, I haven't got rid of him, but he has every damn DVD. But you would pay like $9.99 a month, and once a month you would get a box with I think it was 10, maybe it was 6, something like that. But you would get like Vampire Hunter D, Fist of the North Star, and you got this huge checklist that you get to just make a blue X on.
Yeah.
You ship it in the mail. You never did none of that shit?
No, dude. Like I did the
I
did the cassettes. Like they used to do like the like fucking Anthrax and Metallica and all that shit. Like you could
yes
you sign up and you get like 12 free tapes or some shit like that, and or CDs. But I didn't know they did the same thing with anime. I thought that was just limited to like music. Yeah.
I'm trying to look right now if someone on eBay may have just like something they got, because before, like at the end of the year, if you're getting 6 VHS tapes a month, you're getting 36 VHS tapes. If you do it for over a year, you start stacking them. So there's got to be some folks, just like the X-Men animated VHS from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, but those VHS tapes, like I don't know how good they were, because I don't remember them being that great. Like,
oh no, they're terrible.
Like you'd watch them a few times and then they'd fucking just break, or they'd start getting staticky and all that kind of shit, And
does anybody in the chat know what I'm talking? Is Eddie?
We got Eddie in the chat. That's it.
Did you stream earlier?
I did, actually.
Okay. I knew I was going crazy.
Yeah, and Eddie's right though. Like you would go ahead and you would get them, but you'd never pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're supposed to sign up and pay for like 12 more CDs around the bend. You know what I'm saying? But you would get your 12 free, and then you're just not pay again, and then I used to try to get my parents to sign up so I could get like their CDs too, but they would never like fall for it. So
yeah, so who was the producers? Maybe if you know, who kind of did the same cartoon style of the first Heavy Metal, but it had that fella who shot like the 2 bow and arrows in the dude with the fucking battle axe. What was that one called?
Are you talking about the live action?
No. It was definitely cartoon, but it was after the original Heavy Metal, or it may have come out before, but it was definitely around the same time.
Was that the Frazetta
It looked
cartoon?
Frazetta like, yeah. What was that called?
I remember there was one called it wasn't Jaguar God. It was something. What was it? It was fuck. What was it called? It was called. God damn it, dude! Now you got me thinking.
Yeah, I know, I'm thinking
it was a
about
Frazetta
that.
cartoon, though. I remember that. Hold on, I gotta look it up real quick. This is
so
bullshit.
good. Space Encounter? Was it Space Encounter?
I don't think so.
No. That wasn't what it was. That's just the artwork.
Hold on, wait. Is that you crying? No, I'm kidding. I know it's not.
What? No. It was probably. I don't know. Did you hear me typing? Maybe I don't know. Oh, my wife is bitching. That's what it is. You probably hear her bitching in the other room.
Yeah, they do.
Here
that.
it is. I think
they
I
do
got
that.
it. It is Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh my god. I want to make one of those again.
I wish they would make more of those.
Yeah, man. I mean, of course, who could make one like that? That's a production team and a half.
Well, back then it was a production team. Like now it's one guy.
Yes. Fire and Ice. I'm gonna buy that damn DVD. Just
what the hell was that?
Did you hear something else?
Oh, Facebook. That was Facebook. Okay, that's gone. That was very, very embarrassing. It was embarrassing. But shit, dude, something happened to my there we go.
Yeah, I love the cover, man. The cover, man. That's something that I would just stare at.
Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice was badass, dude. Like that was
God.
That was, I think the cover was a Frazetta painting.
Yeah,
is what it was. Like, yeah.
So
that painting's
good.
been used for so many goddamn things. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of his work. I mean, his 2 granddaughters are doing a real good job at keeping that IP going, man. I tell you what.
Yeah, they are. And keeping the family from ripping each other's heads off, dude.
Yeah, well, that's good too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a couple trust fund companies that I would hope that people like the 2 Frazetta granddaughters get to have represent them, who do not play around with family money. And
oh, really?
Yeah, because you can have Frazetta's stuff is already set up in a trustee. It's a trust already, and the 2 girls run it. I'm sure one of them is the main trustee, or there may be more than one.
Yeah.
I just watched the Fire and Ice preview as I was talking to you. It's so fucking good.
They were doing they used that what was it called? It was rotoscope or something like that, where they actually film actors doing all the movements, and then they went back and traced over it, and
it's perfect.
Shit like that. Like
now and then the scenery would like be painted to give that 3D effect, so you would have the background and the foreground and the animation in between.
You know, it's funny. I don't think he painted any of that. I think it was all the animation studio, because I got a feeling if Frazetta had done it, it would have came out a lot better. I remember Frazetta talking about that. Though. I don't remember him talking about it, but I remember an interview where he was talking about it, and he was saying that it was the greatest time of his life because he got to sit around and look at naked chicks like audition for Fire and Ice, because they had to do live actors to go ahead and play everything out and to go ahead and do the animation over it.
And I love the meat that he put on the chicks, man.
Yeah, dude. He wasn't down with the anorexic look. No.
I love the hips, the is it the fupa? The fupa?
Is that
what they called it?
I fucking have no idea what a fupa is.
The front upper pussy area.
I have no idea, dude.
Oh shit! He always made them a little chubby, you know, so they had a little stomach.
Yeah, he was always down with chubby chicks.
Yeah,
Like
I love that shit.
Kind
That's
of.
what I
Like
want.
he always had the pooch belly and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
the pooch.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
we're on Facebook too, so kind of keep it a little clean.
Oh, okay.
We gotta.
My bad. It reminds. Who's that? What's that movie with Bruce Willis? Where he was a boxer and he was running away, and he had a little European girlfriend.
Oh, that was
with the ball
Pulp
gag in
Fiction.
his mouth. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about how much he loved the fupa, the little chubby upper belly. Oh
Yeah.
man, I love it. I love it.
Eddie and Hex and all these motherfuckers like just sitting around watching these old ass cartoons, dude. It's fucking crazy. Is Eddie in the Doc Salem show group? I gotta see real quick.
Is Hex? I don't think he is.
Hex Hopper.
I will
You
check.
add him. I think Eddie's in there. Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
there.
Eddie's in there. He was.
Yeah.
We were saying, was this?
Was this?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
what
I'm
do
going
you
to be
think
doing
about
these
this?
shows until I get these covers done. So
Yeah. What
Yeah,
do you
no,
think
it's-
about the new He-Man?
I kind of like the look. I just don't like that they made like here's the deal. Like I like the animation style because the monsters look fucking phenomenal, right?
Right.
But the one thing I don't like is that they made like Evelyn's not really a warrior, right? She's a sorceress, you know? And they made the sorceress like really feminine, you know, but they made Evelyn look like a dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm kind of not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, everything else is cool. That's the only thing. I was like, why would they do that? Like,
I
that's
feel like they're setting
You
up
know?
to do the live action to cast Charlize Theron The
as
only
Evil
way-
Lynn.
I mean, she would. They would. I mean,
I
who
thought she
else has-
retired. I thought she's out of the game. Like, she's not
Really?
doing that anymore. You know?
What the hell? That'd be a terrible idea for her because she took on. She was pretty. She's a muscular one, or not muscular, but decently muscular. Takes on.
Yeah, yeah. Like in
Yeah.
Road Warriors, she was badass.
Yeah,
but
that's one. In Prometheus, she was pretty dope too. She was a badass.
yeah, she was badass in there too. But from the last thing I heard was that she had retired. Like she was done. You know,
Well, that's dumb.
she
Why
just
would you do
wanted
that?
she wanted to sneak away and go raise her kid.
All right, well, shoot. Okay.
You know, and be a mother. But I'm with
Where
you.
do you
I
hope-
thought
Go ahead.
she was badass, and plus she. I don't think she intentionally did it, but somehow she became a sci-fi actress. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Sigourney did. Yeah.
Yeah. All we need to do is put her in Ghostbusters, and it's a done deal. Like she's done. Yeah. Well, I'll be killed, dude. That is the worst voice. Like it's so funny. You know, just watching this old shit.
I think what is most nostalgic is the shitty voice acting.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's terrible. Yeah.
I mean, and some of them try so hard, and the other ones are like, "Yeah, man, I'll take the job. Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it."
Made in hell.
That's kind of how I didn't watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z. I'm not. So I turned my mic down. Am I too loud or am I good?
No, you good.
All right, cool.
On my
because-
end, anyway.
All right, cool, good.
While you're
There was one of my workout partners. He used to watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z a lot.
yeah.
And so I would, sometimes when we're not playing video games after a workout or before a workout, he would be watching Dragon Ball. And there's some actors that are so, I mean, the whole show is terrible. I can't watch it.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I can't.
Really?
I can't watch it.
I always liked Dragon Ball. I never followed it because I couldn't. Because I mean,
Too much. It's too much.
yeah, it was just like all over the place, dude. But it wasn't. But there was a time before Cartoon Network when it was almost impossible to catch Dragon Ball. You had to catch it like at 3 or 4 in the morning or some shit like that,
Yeah.
you know. And It was nuts, dude.
My
And,
whole introduction was that giant pink character with that big old thing on his head. And,
yeah, that dude. I don't even know what that's about.
And
dude.
it's like 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes because we work out, 2 days in a row, 2-3 days off. You rotate. But every time I would come over, it was that same fucking blue character. I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? Or excuse me, pink character.
Yeah.
And it's Majin Buu. Yeah, it's exactly what it was. Majin Buu.
Majin Buu.
And I'm like, man, I don't know how you watch this shit. I don't know. There's just no way.
What's up, B-Rod?
What's up, everybody?
Oh, Brian,
well, what are we watching?
Some classic anime while I'm knocking these covers out.
Oh, for a second I thought it was Johnny Quest. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever
Nah,
seen
that's illegal. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Have you ever seen a YouTube video called Race Bannon versus Life?
No.
It's hysterical. It's just like every shot of him just like straight up just like murking motherfuckers.
Did you like, what do you think? I mean, are you a Venture Brothers fan? Because I am. Like, I was a Venture Brothers fan from the beginning, dude.
No, that's I'm absolutely 110%.
Yeah, when they did like Crack Addicted, Scooby Doo, and Shaggy, like Scooby Doo's like part of Shaggy's split personality and all that shit. I was like, this is so badass, dude.
Dude, the Fantastic Four.
Oh my god, they found a way to pervert everything. Dude. Like everything was a perversion, and I hope they keep to that with this movie that they're doing, right? Because what's his name, Doc Hammer or something like that, the animator, who came up with the Venture Brothers.
Yeah,
dude, like,
is this live action or is this animated?
I hope to God it's not live action. I hope they stick with the Hanna-Barbera like animation style. Yeah,
that's part of the joke.
Yeah, well, he insists that it's done traditionally, right? He doesn't want it done in computers or anything like that. He wants like painted cells and all that kind of shit. Like it's been like that from the beginning. And
that's why it takes so long to get a season out.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing too. They only have like 6 seasons or something like that,
Yep.
And Comics Mate, hey dude, I have no idea what this is. Like I just found it. All I know is it's like public domain anime, right? I can't remember the name of it. It's some crazy shit like fucking Galaxy, fucking whatever the fuck. I don't know. But yeah,
Galaxy Express? No, this can't be Galaxy.
It's not that. But yeah, they so with this when Vaughn posted about the movie that they're making, I was like, dude, no, don't play with me, dude. Don't play with my feelings like that.
Yeah. I mean, these days you have to always be prepared to be disappointed.
I know, right? It's like how much money did they offer him to do it? And are they going to do it right? Are they going to do it like, like woke culture or something like that?
It's got to be at least a little woke, I would think. Isn't that mandatory these days? I mean, if it has a budget.
Dude, but that's just the thing. Like, was Venture Brothers ever like, I don't remember them. I guess they were kind of not woke, right? Because you remember the Fantastic Four parody they did?
Yeah,
and
it was vicious.
Yeah, and the Visible Woman was like,
it was mean spirited. It was like really like a mean spirited spoof of the Fantastic Four. They basically took like these sacred characters and just dragged them through the mud.
And like and the Reed Richards character, Dr. Fantastic or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like he was he kept her locked up, like she wasn't allowed to talk to anybody or anything like that, And
yeah, it was hysterical. Yeah, well, I mean, look, all this woke shit is going to end sometime soon, I hope, within the next 2 or 3 years. And when it does, the backlash is going to be severe.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, like, because the Thing, like, he was like just one big callus, right? And he was mentally deficient. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't.
Yes, he was mentally handicapped. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, can they get away with that now? I don't know, dude. That's what I'm.
I don't know either.
Like,
That's why I hope if they're making it for the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
make that shit, make it right, and then if you have to, just sit on it for like a year or two until this woke shit is over, and then people are, because let me tell you, a lot of people don't see the light at the end of the tunnel with this woke shit because they don't remember the 90s. And they don't remember political correctness, which
Did
is
the Venture Brothers come out in the 90s, or was it?
No, that wasn't that was it the late 90s?
I don't know, dude.
Is
That's
that
what
even
I'm saying.
possible?
Like,
No, it had to have been like the early 2000s.
yeah.
Right? Because I remember the day that political correctness died. And that was no, seriously.
Venture Brothers got canceled.
It's like the day that disco died. That's like the day that the Village People movie Can't Stop the Music came out.
What? I thought that was the day they busted that big cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm
pipeline going into Hollywood or some shit like that.
All I know is like that. I remember that movie coming out like the day, almost to the day that like disco was like over, right? Because and so of course it was like this tremendous bomb. That's why there was never a Backstreet Boys movie. That's why there was.
What trips me out is that you remember disco.
Yeah, I do, dude, because I was all about Black Sabbath and disco sucks. I had a disco sucks t-shirt, dude.
Were you a Kiss fan back then, or?
I was a Kiss fan until they released their disco song.
I was just about to ask that, dude.
And I was like,
I was made for loving you, baby.
And you know what's funny? I hear that shit today, and I love it.
Really?
Yes. If I ever get married, God forbid, that's being played at my wedding.
That's crazy, dude. Like, I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I didn't. It was weird. You know what I'm saying?
It was heinous, dude. It
having
was
the demon Star Child. Well, I could see the Star Child, yeah, but fucking, all these fucking great Kiss characters like singing "I Was Made for Loving You." You know what I'm saying? In a disco type of vibe.
Well, yeah, because it was like it had like a disco groove. But I remember also being a little angry at Queen for Another One Bites the Dust. But that's not a disco song. That's a funk song.
Queen was always, like, I don't know if you call it disco, but it was super experimental. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that whole record is a bunch of different styles. There's like a 50s style rockabilly song. There's a funk song, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're like a purist, and let's face it, when you're a kid, you take that shit very seriously.
Yeah.
Much more than you do when you're an adult. When you're an adult, you can laugh about shit that had you like fuming when you were a kid. And so I was fuming over the fucking Kiss disco song. And now, of course, I hear that shit and it puts a big smile on my face. So
I got to see Kiss live once.
Did you?
But I had to wait. I had to wait decades for them to come back with the makeup, because I didn't want to see Kiss without the makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
And it had to be the original lineup. It had to be Peter Criss, Ace Frehley.
Yep.
And all those dudes. And they played at the Superdome here right before the hurricane hit in 2005, I think. And it was, dude, I can say this, like, no matter how old that group gets, they never change the stage show, and it's always badass. You know what I'm saying? Gene Simmons in the rafters doing his bass solo, all that shit. Like, it was crazy.
Man. Yeah, I mean, not as great as Gwar, of course, but
no, I never got to see Gwar.
Oh, Gwar was the shit.
Yeah, I never got to see them live, but
I saw them live like 3 times. One show was actually like very, very close, like in my neck of the woods in the suburbs.
Yeah,
and I remember walking into this place, and it had just opened. And I walked in, and I saw all these metalheads, and I was just like, oh, they have no idea what's in store for them. Yeah. And then you'd see like one or two punks with like Gwar t-shirts, and when we would go up to them and be like, oh man, these metalheads have no fucking clue. All hell is about to break loose, and they have no clue. Oh my god, I still have a pair of sneakers stained with like Gwar blood that I like refuse to throw away. from
lot
that,
of Maiden Hell knows what I'm talking about. Like she can't watch Kiss without the makeup. Like, yeah.
no, it's just gross. It's just like, what's the point? You know, what's the point? And Queen was the shit. Huge Queen fan. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
Hex.
dude. Like it was crazy, and they had people dressed up as Kiss like that at the concert and shit like that. It was nuts. And
Oh, of course.
I bought tickets for everybody. Like I was like, because I wanted to be epic, so I went ahead and
Right.
I made sure I had a group of friends that were going, and well, some of them bought their own tickets, and my buddy Errol came with us, and we had a blast, dude. Like it was so much fun.
How wrecked did you get?
I got fucking wrecked, son. But I made sure to get wrecked after. Well, during the
Yes.
show that I got wrecked, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. I sat and I bought some nachos because I was really fucked up, and I was like, I need to eat something, and I sat in my nachos. Yeah.
were your
I was like,
friends
oh, fuck, and everybody's looking at me. I'm like, fuck it, dude. Who cares? You know, I fucking took my shirt off, wiped up the nachos, and just threw the shirt away. I was a fucking
people
fucking
eating
barbarian,
nachos
dude.
Ass?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, dude. Like I sat him down to seat because I was like, dude, I'm getting way too fucked up. Let me eat something, put something in my stomach, you know?
Right.
And I forgot they were on my seat. So we're up and we're like cheering for Kiss. We're like, yeah, you know, fucking. And then I sat down, dude, and it was right in my nachos. Yep. I was like, I was like, don't tell me that's my fucking nachos, dude.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
It's totally in my nachos.
Oh, yeah.
I got 4 more pages done of Six Gun Gorilla.
Oh, no way.
Like the book's almost done, dude. Like seriously, I'm about almost to the halfway point. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's almost there.
That shit, dude. Hell
It's
yeah.
because you're beautiful, Brian. And one day when we get to see you, we're gonna kiss you right on your shiny head.
I'll take it. Be ready. Be ready for some hugs, though. I'm a hugger. And I'll try not to take any liberties with your booties. I'll try not to. I'm a hugger, but I'm not a grabby hugger, is what I'm saying.
Not a groper.
Not a groper. What up, J Money?
What's up, man? Sounds like a useless hugger.
No, I mean like Prince Adam a little bit, like that character, like a little skinny,
like
non-steroidic fucking Thundar Barbarian.
dude, in the new He-Man, like, please, like, tell me that they got rid of that whole fucking Prince Adam thing.
I don't think so. I think they still got the Prince Adam thing.
He's tiny. You know? He's so tiny.
That was the worst idea that they ever had. He-Man should have been a barbarian. The original idea they had was that you had this like utopian Apollonian society, right? That was perfect in every way, but they weren't able to deal with a lich that was coming to fuck them up. And you know, the lich being Skeletor. So it's like, who's gonna save you? It's like the Robert E. Howard thing. It's not gonna be the scholars. Wisdom's not gonna save you. Intelligence isn't going to save you. Courage is going to save you. And so He-Man's like this guy up in the hills that they recruit for, to fight evil. And they should have stuck with that, man.
Look at them sideburns on that bitch.
Dude, I got something to show you. Hold on 1 second.
Rock and roll. By the way, you're killing it with these Nine Devils covers that you're drawing.
That chick and this one are dope.
Dude,
I love them titties.
Dude, whoever's getting these, y'all are some lucky mofos.
I know, right? God damn it.
Because, it's Preston. You expect the shit to be dope, but you don't, it's just like, he's going that extra mile for y'all.
So first off, let me get on full screen. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So my dry rot, right? So I was like, nah, dude, I got to get it. And I stumbled upon this other thing, right? Because you remember Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein, right? The one that he did where he did the full page spreads for the Mary Shelley novel, right? Well, here, check this
classic.
out.
Wait, hold on. It's like my chili's burning.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you to get back. But so Bernie, I didn't know like he did another Frankenstein series, right? Where he wasn't just doing full page spreads. he was also doing panels like sequentials for the Frankenstein series.
You mean Monster of Frankenstein, or are you talking about the one that he did with Steve Niles, Frankenstein Alive, Alive?
Yeah, that one. So I didn't know about that one, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I found it.
yeah.
I found the hardcover TPB of it.
Yeah.
And-
That's out now.
yeah, and it's fucking incredible, dude. Like it's
Of
all in
course it
black and
is.
white. They never forced them to ink it, but you can. Here's the one thing I was looking at after I got it. Like I was like, this is so badass, dude. I was like, I gotta read it, but then I didn't want to read it right away because whatever.
Right.
But hold on, wait, I can't find my glasses. I can't see shit. My eyes are fucking shot. But they're on my head. Okay. So anyway, what I noticed was in the beginning, like all the shots are fucking phenomenal, dude. Like they are badass.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And oh wait, let me get this. Hold
And then
on.
it
God
just
damn it.
fell off.
So yeah, but as you and look, they don't disappoint. But you can tell like he was getting bad off, because towards the end they start getting more like simpler. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, he was dying when he was making.
Yeah,
this.
and then you get to this page right here, and you can tell like it's not as detailed, it's not as awesome,
Well, didn't they bring in another artist to finish the last
Did
issue?
they?
I'm pretty sure they did, because I remember I have
Steve
issue
Niles
1 and
and Bernie
issue
Wrightson.
2.
I'm not seeing any. Oh wait, additional art by
forever.
Kelly Jones. Okay,
Yeah.
Kelly Jones must have finished off the last issues, or helped with the last
third.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like straight Kelly Jones's work. Like it looks like Kelly was like going over some of Bernie's pages or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, because it wasn't finished. I know that.
yeah, and then so I'm looking at it and I'm like, and it gets even crazier, right? Because like here, like it's not as clean as Bernie's work usually is.
Right.
Like you can see pencil lines, like sketch lines and stuff like that. And usually you can't see that in Bernie's pieces. And then here, like you can see the blue line. I don't know if you can see it on here, but you see that?
Barely.
Yeah, barely, but yeah.
Yeah, like it's definitely not as clean, dude. Like seriously, it gets even worse as you're going through it. Like
Well,
you
it's
can
not
see.
Bernie, man. It's not Bernie, of course.
Well, I think it was Bernie though. That's what I'm saying. I think Kelly Jones came in to help, like finish the pages like that Bernie roughed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because I've seen Kelly Jones's work when he's really like fucking. This isn't Kelly. Like I don't think this is Kelly Jones's style. You know what I'm saying? I think
No,
it's
he's
got
trying.
hints of Kelly Jones, but I think Bernie had these sketched out, and Kelly came in and tried to finish them off for him.
That is what I understand that to be the case. That is definitely what happened. But here's the thing: you can imagine what if you were given that job?
I would fucking turn. I don't know. I mean,
right? How
the only
intimidating?
person I would say that I think, you know what, Kelly Jones is probably the only other person that could fucking do this.
Exactly.
But could he? Because I know like they have the shadowing thing in common. Like they definitely go into lighting a pretty good bit. But to be very, very honest with you, I probably wouldn't have contacted Kelly Jones to go ahead and finish off Bernie Wrightson's work.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I would have contacted? Tim Vigil.
Interesting.
Because this looks more like Bernie Wrightson's style is that old school style that Tim Vigil had, where it's like super detailed, but it's also heavy into shadowing. But I don't think Tim Vigil could duplicate this, where it's like these smooth pencils.
Oh
but
no!
When it comes
Bernie
into,
was special, dude. Bernie was special.
But when it comes into where it looks like it's inked over the pencils like that, I think it was I think he could do that. In fact, I think he not taking anything away from Kelly Jones, but I think he would have done a better job than Kelly Jones. And with
that's interesting. That's an interesting call.
either Tim Vigil or somebody like Tim Vigil. You know, I know Tim Vigil's got a bad name in the industry because he likes to do titties and penises and stuff like that. You know? But,
Right.
You know, but it's, dude, that's art. You know what I'm saying? How come that's
Exactly.
accepted in fine art, but it's not accepted in comics? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I just don't get
Bullshit.
that. I think it's
bullshit.
a shitty double standard. You know?
It is. It is.
Yeah. And yeah, these are all the pages I think Kelly Jones went over. Like, yeah, these are the roughs. Yeah.
Oh, they have it in the back. Oh, that's great. Oh, so they put the original art in the back of the book like they should have. That's wonderful.
I wonder. I think this is his thumbnails. You think he went over his thumbnails? Like,
well, dude, you're the artist. You've got the eye for this shit a lot better than
I do. It looks like he just blew up
but
the thumbnails and went ahead
I think you might be right. Because Bernie had super detailed thumbnails, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because Tim Vigil also does super detailed thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, remember you saying that? Like how he's like one of those guys, like his thumbnails are
there
more
it is.
detailed than most people's like finished art.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not the same. I don't think it is anyway. Hold on.
You know, I didn't even know that the third issue had come out, because it was like, the first two issues came out and then it was just like Bernie died and I didn't hear anything for like the longest time.
Yeah.
How much was this?
I actually found it on
available?
eBay. And
Okay.
it was from a used bookstore. I think I paid like $19 for it or something like that.
So
but
it's
a little bit
affordable.
damaged too. So
Okay.
you know, but it's a hardcover trade paperback. Like I've seen the single issue, the IDW single issues at the comic shop.
Yeah.
And they were beautiful, dude. Like it was matte black cover with fucking chrome, inlays and all that shit. It was gorgeous.
I got the first two. I've got the first two. They're really, really beautiful.
This is Bernie's page right here. And I'm willing to bet money he just went over Bernie's work. But yeah.
That's what you would want to do though, right? I mean, oh God, I would just be so intimidated.
Oh, dude, definitely. But I think that's what he probably did. He just took Bernie's thumbnails and just went ahead and and just went over them. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Especially like, let me see something real quick. Like,
is that William? No, it's a baby. That's a baby. I thought maybe that was William. I thought that was maybe William Frankenstein.
There we go, right here. Like you see this page right here.
Yeah.
And then
almost looks like Kyle Holtz, actually.
Kyle would have been a good. Well, I don't know. I don't think Kyle Holtz has that type of style. Like there's the thumbnail right here, and yeah, he definitely. I think he did. I think
Holtz is more cartoony.
Yeah, he's got a harder edge to it. He's got the shadowing thing, but he's got a harder edge to his work, I think.
Yeah, almost like he always reminds me of Plug.
Yeah. Yeah, Plug's I think Plug could have pulled it off, You know what's funny? I was in the comic shop and I was looking at his Frankenstein collection over there, and he never had like 1, 2, 3 and all that kind of crap, but he had what was it? It was he had in the teens, right? Because in it, like around 14, 15, 16 or something like that, they went back to Plug's original Frankenstein design. Instead of doing the square head, they did the red-headed Frankenstein with pale skin, Yeah. And at first I was like, did Plug jump back on a series? Like later on in the Monster Frankenstein, like Marvel's Monster Frankenstein? But he didn't. It was just another artist duplicating Plug's like character designs, Because
it was Val Mayerick who I think
that's what you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a trip. I was like, dude, huh. Oh, look,
yeah,
little robot. Eddie, you should put that robot in your book right there, like that.
Already done.
Stupid sexy.
What up, Eddie?
Robot.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
It's got the booty.
Good,
Presto was ignoring all my comments, so I had to rush home.
Dude, I was doing the Plug thing. I mean the Monster Frankenstein thing. Come on.
Yeah, everything you were saying. I was typing.
Really?
Same time. Tim Vigil, Kelly.
You did. Look at that.
Yeah.
Check that shit out, dude.
You'd finish it.
Because
Maybe Vigil.
Tim's like I collected like a few of Tim's pieces, but I also liked his work like, dude, I like his work in fucking Faust. I like his work in all that type of stuff, dude. I mean, honestly, his anatomy and proportions aren't always as perfect as Bernie Wrightston's, but like as far as his style, like that feathering type of style and the heavy like shadows,
he's got that. It's very distinct.
Yeah.
So,
the only problem would be like the editors would be like, would you tell fucking like Tim to stop putting penises on Frankenstein? Like that's not. We don't need that, dude.
Hey, Dr. Frankenstein searched long and far through graveyard from graveyard to graveyard to find the perfect penis for Frankenstein's monster.
He has to be the ultimate man.
Well, he's going to be an ugly motherfucker, so he's going to need something to compensate with.
He's the original Bobbit.
What was that? The Son of Frankenstein, that Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah, Schwanstucker.
That was awesome.
You know what's funny about that movie? What consistently amazes me. well, yeah, but what amazes me is that people who have never seen the James Whale movies and have never seen the movie that movie is specifically satirizing, which is Son of Frankenstein. They've never seen those movies, and they still find that movie hilarious. That's an achievement. That's an achievement. Because they're missing half the jokes, but it's still funny to them. So,
dude, that was a brilliant fucking movie.
Amazing.
I fucking loved it. I was like,
amazing.
So
yeah, and the fact that people that don't get half the jokes still find it hilarious. That's
like every time
like
they said Frankenstein's name, it was like, oh, it's like, is that supposed to happen?
I was driving when you guys were talking about like the box art for like heavy metal and like Fire and Ice and shit. Going back to movies, I was gonna ask because it came up in my mind a couple times. Like in the 80s, like how many like terrible movies became cult classics just because of good box art? I mean,
that's true.
You know,
Masters of the Universe for sure.
Yeah,
that's a terrible movie.
But I mean, like let's go back to like, and I don't mean terrible in terms of content. I mean terrible is like, oh my god, the production of this is really low. It's really low budget, but it's so cool. Like Beastmaster and all these other movies.
Well, that's an awesome movie. That's a
how dare you,
right?
How dare you, Eddie?
But I mean, like, think about it. Like, there's no internet. You can't watch trailers. You got maybe 4 sentences on the back of the VHS box that tell you nothing. And so you just go by the art. You know, I mean, I've rented quite a few movies and then watched them like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Well, you know what's really crazy? I'm sorry, go ahead, Preston.
No, the Drew Struzan documentary, they actually point out Masters of the Universe. And he said, we all know that movie posters make a movie good, right? And they pointed out, they never said directly that Masters of the Universe was the worst movie ever made, but they definitely singled that one out.
Well, remember how movie posters used to be beautiful? They used to be paintings, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the movie posters that were coming out of Italy, for instance, during the 70s, they were gorgeous. They were stunning, right? Now it's all just like Photoshopped shit. Ugly, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I went to see Fire and Ice in the theater, right? Most of the audience went in there not knowing that it was animated.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Right, because the artwork was like more realistic artwork on it.
Yes.
It wasn't cartoon.
Yeah. And I remember, like, once the film actually began after the opening credits, I heard this groan from the audience. People were pissed. About half of the place walked out, and I guess it was just me and a bunch of like Frazetta and Bakshi fans.
Yeah,
who actually were there for what we were getting.
Dude, they had some great movies back then, and I'll be honest, like Eddie said, there was no internet. So you didn't know, right? So like you go in Blockbuster and just go check, like find whatever cult classics they had, and like that's where I discovered Wizards. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember when that came out on VHS. That was a hard one to.
Brian's like, I remember when that one came out. Fucking Monster Frankenstein. I remember when that one came out.
Yeah, I'm old and crusty as shit, bro. Old and crusty as shit. And I just recall,
I told him to use Boris Karloff. I was like, use that Boris Karloff. That guy's going to be great someday.
Yeah, me and James Well, yeah, we were tight. We used to have tea every afternoon. Oh, Jesus Christ, man! But it's like with the Italian horror stuff.
Down.
What?
The stream just got taken down.
Oops.
Did it really? For what?
Yeah.
For the cartoon.
For the cartoon.
Yeah, but the cartoon's public domain.
Yeah, the algorithm don't know that.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, they shut you down, and then, well, based on what I hear, look at me without a YouTube channel telling you.
So this means I can flash my junk really quick, and like nobody will know.
What happens to
for you guys?
If we keep streaming, it'll come back up, right? That's totally happened.
That's at some point.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I took off the cartoon though, so fuck it. See what happens.
Dude, got fucking.
Let me go argue with Facebook. I mean, is it Facebook or YouTube that got taken down all the time?
YouTube.
Bastards. I thought Facebook would be the first ones to take that shit down. I'm like, nope.
YouTube is a biatch.
I was going to ask you about this pirate ship thing.
Pirate ship?
Yeah.
Oh, the shipping service.
Yeah. So I kind of looked into it before I signed with stamps.com. Not knowing, what it was. Like I have about 130 boxes ready to ship. I still have to print the labels. Me and my wife are going to do that tonight and tomorrow morning. But I don't know who I'm going to use now because the same thing. I know Don Chin was saying pirate ship. You're saying pirate ship. Then, I know Anthony uses stamps.com, but I don't.
Well, I use Stamps for all was it 3 or 4 campaign, however many campaigns I've done so far. And Stamps was okay, but they charge you and they always glitch. There's always a fucking glitch, dude. And that's what irritated the shit out of me. And I thought it was a good service. I was like, well, it's not bad. I guess, I just have to double check. If I put insurance on shit, I just got to double and triple check it. But after using Pirate Ship, it's fucking night and day, dude.
Really?
Because
I'd like to switch. I'd like to switch because they actually locked my account because I used a VPN.
It's back up. The stream's back up.
Yeah. Okay. So you leave it for a few minutes and we're back up.
All right. We won't talk about shipping.
Oh.
No. I'm serious. Like after using Pirate Ship once, I was like, I immediately went and canceled my stamps.com account, dude, because I'm telling you, where you have to search for the better deal on Stamps, Pirate Ship automatically does it for you. It locates the best deals for you and goes in and gives you options right then and there. It's not, they save everything. They save all your shipping information under your profile. If I ship shit to Brian, that's saved. And here's another thing too that I like about it. If I'm sending out one book in a Gemini mailer, I got the weight, the dimensions, all that shit in there. I can save that as a template and just go back to it instead of re-entering the information over and over again. Yeah. I fucking love that, dude. I like that. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm checking out their site right now as soon as I use up whatever dough is left in my
oh no, you get refunded. I had $4 left in there and I was like, well, at least I'm only losing $4, right?
Right.
And then Stamps was like, within 30 days, you'll have all your money back in your account. And I was like, oh, cool. That's awesome.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because these days, I mean, so many businesses are just routinely shifty. It wouldn't surprise me if they're like, yeah, we're keeping that $100 you just put in.
Dude, I honestly thought that was going to be a thing because I was like, well, that's how they got you, right? Because they keep your money.
would not surprise me even a little.
But no, dude, they they will. I mean, it's stamps though, so if they want to keep their credibility, they better fucking refund that shit.
That's true.
Saying,
because they're not the only show in town.
that's right. Yeah, they better up their game, dude. Because when I canceled my subscription to stamps,
yeah,
like you had the option of putting a comment in there, like why you were leaving and shit like that. And I was straight, dude. I was like, well, straight up, your fucking service, pirate ship's better. I was like, no glitches and all this other crap. And they I mean, fucking do a better job.
It was a real hassle for me to unlock my account. Like it took a while.
Oh, with stamps, yeah, that's another thing too. Like I remember that when I first signed up for stamps, like it glitched in too. Like I was like, I couldn't add money to my account. I couldn't do all kinds of shit. And they were like, well, you got to be verified. And I was like, fuck, dude, how do I do that? So I had to call them up, and the guy that's in charge of stamps, he was like, oh yeah, it's just the thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, okay, well, all right, we're gonna hook you up with this other department. They'll take care of it. Average wait time is 3 hours.
Yeah, I was like, dude.
Fuck you. Fortunately, they actually had people there in the middle of the night, and I'm up at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, so I called then and it got instant service. But if you're a day person, you're just fucked.
Well, that was the thing too. Like I was when I signed up with Pirate Ship, and that's one thing I didn't mention. There was no glitches when it comes to that. Like when I wanted to add money to my account, like it just added money to my account. Like it wasn't like I had to go through didn't have to jump through hoops to go ahead and do. Pirate Ship that fucking pay me, dude, for fucking giving them this glowing motherfucking review. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, like it was so easy and so fucking streamlined. I was like, are you sure this is a free service?
Well, dude, that's the thing, is that word of mouth is super important. And that's just by treating your customers right, that's the best advertising you could possibly have.
Yeah.
So how do they make money? What is business
I have to believe, and this is one thing I considered. I was like, I have to believe that both Pirate Ship and Stamps both get a kickback from either UPS or USPS, but Stamps actually double dips. You know what I'm saying? And they also charge you membership fees.
Yeah,
see where I'm going with that?
They sure do.
Yeah. Yes.
And so I mean, I don't know for sure, but that's the feeling that I kind of got, and which is, I mean, that's fine. They're a corporation. That's what they do. But fucking, but the problem is when you do that and then another service comes along and they're like, we're good with the kickbacks we're getting already. So, this is free. You guys.
I was like, how the hell did you change my logo? But it's your Patreon logo over my logo.
I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Oh, no, you're all good. I'm just like, what the hell?
Holy shit, it follows perfect too. It's
follow Eddie on Patreon.
Yeah, let me go ahead now.
How many of these sketch covers you got?
Makes you feel better. makes me feel less conspicuous. I'm down with that.
You know what? It covers up Sling Blade. It doesn't cover up J Money. So.
Man, that's my taters.
Some good taters.
I reckon I'll have me one of the biggins.
Hey, how many did people order?
Dude,
I sold out 12 of them.
Oh, nice.
So,
man.
Oh,
holy shit!
So are these what the characters are gonna look like in the?
At first I was just cutting loose and just doing crazy shit. Like on this one, pretty much has nothing to do with non-devils except for hell, right?
Right.
And then as I was going along, I was like, why don't I just do some characters from the series?
Right.
Oh, and wait.
Because that was a feeling that I got looking at some of those covers, and you gotta give us a better look at the rest of those, man. That was
I'll take them out. I'll take them out real quick. But I was
let me get my chili.
So I was like, I started getting bored with just doing shit, So I was like, let me do characters from non-devils. So I did. I did Death, one of the devils, and fucking, I can't remember that dude's name, and one of the she devils, and then Brahma. Yeah, and yeah, like so. Here's the this is Scott's piece. Scott's one of my patrons, and he always gets like commissions from me.
Nice.
Like that's the full thing right there. Yeah. And let's see here. Then we got Eddie's. Eddie, I kind of cheaped out on him. No, I'm just kidding.
I expected it.
I never used to like color pencils until I started playing with them so much. But yeah, that's Eddie's piece right there.
Ah, they're the Hellhounds.
Yeah. And then so here's the alien one. Like this is another one that has nothing to do with Nine Devils as far as the character on the front.
That looks cool shit, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's been a blast experimenting and mixing colors up and seeing if I can fuck a piece up without how many colors can I put in there without fucking it up?
Now,
I'm saying, go ahead, J Money.
No, go ahead, Brian.
Ready? No, I mean, you've gone. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen sketch covers that are like this detailed.
Yeah, that's
like
piece,
you've gone
man.
Right. Look, like you're going like above and beyond, dude.
Well,
you got to scan them all and then color them in the future.
Yeah, I know, right? I went ahead and I told everybody beforehand like it was going to be a while before I could actually get them out there to them. Mm-hmm. And it's been a while, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been updating people and being like, it's coming. Just it's fun. It's just doing original art, and that's why I told them in the beginning. I was like, it's gonna be a minute, dude, because whenever I do, that's why I don't offer original art like commissions on my campaigns, because I know it's gonna be a minute before I can get to them. But because it's been a minute, I decided to just go all out. You know what I'm saying? And I already promised everybody it'd be wraparound covers, fully colored and all that kind of stuff. And I'm about to close the campaign out permanently, the old Non-Devils campaign. And so I thought it'd be cool to go ahead and like show these off and do them live and all that kind of stuff while promoting the end of the campaign. Yeah. And because once these get mailed out, then I'm going to be like hitting a couple of streams to go ahead and close the campaign out, and it's going to be over with. It's going to be done.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. What's up, Phil? See Phil's in the chat.
Zaid. Mr. Zaid.
What up, Phil?
Alex.
Killing it. He is killing it with the Lost Pages, man. Jeez.
Well, it's because he's so goddamn handsome. You know what I'm saying?
He is kind of sexy, actually. Now that you mention,
really good-looking guy.
Flirting with everybody in the DMs.
By the way, did you read my interview in Bounding into Comics?
I did not. You did an interview?
Yeah, I talked some shit about you, bro.
Get out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah.
You and him.
Little bitch.
I like it.
Both of your bitch ass.
Force. Yeah, I'm writing some stuff for these.
Hey, did I hear you say you're almost done with Six Gun?
Yeah, I got another. I did another 4 or 5 pages last week, and Six Gun's only 24 pages, and I'm trying to talk Brian into doing a backup. Of
I mean,
but a Six Gun Doc Alpha crossover. But Brian's. It's not just going to be a standard issue though, because everybody knows that Adrian passed away. And he couldn't finish Six Gun. That's why I stepped in, and I'm using a lot of Adrian's layouts to go ahead and do the current issue. But Brian's also going to be including Adrian's his pencils and everything cool. That he did originally, untouched, like unaltered by me.
Do like a little commentary on it or something?
Yeah. There's going to be a little bit of a commentary, and
that's cool, man.
Well,
Brian's going to talk about how much he hated that dude.
He was a sweetheart, man. He was a sweetheart, and any victories going forward with Six Gun, it's always going to be a little bittersweet because he's not going to be here to see it. But he also left behind a daughter, his baby girl, and I also want to make sure that that she and Adrian's widow get copies of all this stuff. And,
was he married at the time, or were they separated or something?
I think they were common law. I think they were common law.
I don't even know what that means, dude. What is common law?
That means that you're basically married, but like
I see what you're saying.
Not technically.
Living in sin.
Yeah. It keeps the pot spicy. I would assume. But yeah, no. I first I was gonna do I was gonna use like the cover as the tribute page in the back, but now that's the cover, so I'm gonna come up with something else in the back that's that's gonna be a little special message, regarding him, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to reprint that art that he did finish, but it's they're very low res files. They're like JPEGs, so I don't even know if they're going to print very well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
They're low res.
Yeah, they're not like TIFFs or anything like that.
Did anybody like? Do you know of anybody that had access to his files, or that could go ahead and give you high res pics?
His one of his students, was the one who who I found out the bad news from.
Yeah, and
I asked him, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, if that he doesn't know where that stuff is. So
well, you found out a year later.
I found out a year later.
So a lot can happen
in a year.
That year. Yeah. And we got somebody new in the chat. We got this isn't a new guy. All right. Yeah,
Sugar
Chris.
Oh, thanks, Phil. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Glad you like that issue. Yeah. Adrian just fucking killed it with that one. He just kept getting better.
So how when are you closing Six Gun, Preston?
I'm not closing Six Gun.
I mean, shit. I mean, nine the numbers. It's the numbers. 9 Devils. Excuse me, 9 Devils.
Yeah, I'm going to be closing it. I'm closing it. I was talking to Red Valkyrie about appearing on their channel to go ahead and do some final promotions for Non-Devils within the next 2 weeks. Like as soon as I'm done with this last cover. Well, not this last cover, but the last cover for the sketch covers. I'm going to be promoting the final push for the campaign, and then everything's getting shut down. And
then I'll do a stream for it. I'll do a stream for it as well, and I'll buy it on the stream.
Yeah, like we could do.
I need to
like
do
we
that
could do a big push. I think I'm going to add one last perk to the campaign before I close it, and that's going to be the cover art for Non-Devils, the issue. I don't think I ever offered that as a perk on did I?
You
fucking campaign's so goddamn old.
Sketch cover, the metal and a sketch.
Yeah, but not the original art. I don't think I ever offered the original like cover art for.
You have the Nine Devils cover art for $3.50 up.
Yeah, I did offer it. Okay, well, I offered it. Nobody wanted it. So.
Oh, and also, Phil in the chat, he's like, dude, I love the Gunslinging Priest. I hope we see him again. You'll see him in the sequel. Yes, any gun can play. But
any gun can play.
Phil, any gun can
play.
No, it's actually a stolen title from like an old spaghetti western, old Italian western, because all of like the chapters are all titles stolen from old Italian westerns that just happen to fit perfectly for those chapters.
Well, you fucking thief.
Yeah, man. I'll be the first one to fucking admit it.
That shit.
Well, I figured if Rick Remender could like use like old Morrissey and Smith songs for Strange Girl, I like fuck it. If he can get away with that shit, I can get away with this shit. Fuck it.
Just finished big Gun Down was so. What is just finished Big Gun Down was so good.
That was
What does
last
he mean
issue.
by that?
Issue 7.
Oh, okay. I unfortunately
Was the Big
I had
Gun
no,
Down.
One, I didn't know you had that many issues done. That's impressive.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
And
we're
two,
doing number 8 now.
Made now.
Made in
I wants it. They just can't afford it.
And then, oh man, I just dropped my mini. I'm gonna have to figure out how to mass produce, or well, not really mass produce, but I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this bad boy. I've been watching some tutorials online, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mold and cast these and make these myself. Like, so these will be very limited in number, and they're going to be actually handmade by the writer, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, when it comes to actually printing the books, I'm sorry I can't be there to like actually work the fucking machine. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that they sell a resin like mold kit, called mold and resin kit, and Hobby Lobby.
Somebody point me in the right fucking direction.
Well,
I would appreciate it.
I'm into miniatures, as you know, and I cast a lot of bases.
Yeah.
So I cast a lot of stuff. It's a long process. I mean, it's not hard. If you broke up that 6-gun gorilla piece into a couple, like, you know, sub assemblies or whatever.
Yeah,
if that's it, you'll be able to cast it. It's just harder when there's skinny pieces like that.
Yeah,
because skinny pieces like the gun and everything, the smaller pieces are usually good for like injection molding, and that's really hard to get a clean mold every time. Like, especially with the rubber that they sell to, you know, just the standard cheaper rubber. You're gonna, every time you pull that resin from the cast, you're gonna remove some of the rubber, you know. So if it's limited, like if you did like limited to like 15 or something, then yeah, it would work. It takes a while, but you could probably cast them once you get the mold. You could probably cast them all in a day, you know.
Eddie just
I'd love to, man.
Unknowingly volunteered himself to be Brian's.
Well, you know, I was wondering if I should outsource, or if I should do these myself. I would love the idea. I just kind of like the idea of doing these myself if I can.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think you'd be able to do it. Eddie, do you get your stuff from Hobby Lobby or do you order it from?
No, so Hobby Lobby does have, like, if you're gonna do like a smaller mold. Yeah, but like I would cast like 100 bases at a time. So there's a place.
God damn, dude.
There's a place by my house. They're basically a company that makes like all this creature, like it's basically for like movie studios. So they make like the monster masks and everything.
No way.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so when like you go there, they got like samples of all their shit. It's pretty cool. But
that's awesome.
Where do you live? Like, because
Chicago.
that's fucking awesome, dude.
That is.
It's funny. You'd never know it exists. It's like in this industrial park way in the back, and like there's no heading for the. It's just like a factory door that you walk in, and I'll get like a gallon of the 2-part. It's basically 2 gallons. It makes up one gallon of
the epoxy.
It makes up, you know, the resin cast. It's like $200, but it's cheap for the amount of things I would get. You know, instead of buying bases, I would just cast my own. I would sculpt some and then cast them so I could paint them. But
yeah, dude, if there's any like online tutorials or any info specifically that you recommend, like hook a brother up.
Yeah,
we got a tutorial for everything, dude.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's pretty cool.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Because the thing is like, I mean, I love the tutorials online, but sometimes you have to sift through a whole bunch of tutorials to find like the one that's like choice.
Right.
I can see Brian knocking on your door in the middle of the night. Your wife answers.
I'm not gonna.
And Brian's like, "Yeah, I owe your husband sexual favors. Can I come in?" Sure, Eddie's sitting in bed right now watching The Walking Dead or some shit.
Yeah, you might actually be able to make a full figure, because there's nothing like, there's no like undercuts and there's no like wraparound pieces on that, meaning like there's no loops where the cast is it's hard to explain, but you make a 2-part rubber, you basically lay it down, you push it in, and then you have the top part of the rubber. So once you put it in your box, this sounds so terrible.
What do you do with the rubber?
Once you put the rubber in the
box,
I'm just wondering.
So once you put the rubber in your box, you fill
do you have
the
to lube it before you put it in?
You do have to lube the rubber, because
I figure you do. Yeah, you got to lube that rubber pretty good.
Just would you recommend KY for that?
It's mold release, so when you
no, he's right. I had to buy some mold release because I was doing molds for a while there too. So.
Penicillin shot.
Yeah, but there's videos, all kinds of stuff. I'll look them up and I'll send you a couple, Brian.
Thanks, brother. Greatly appreciated. Seriously, man.
I'll send you the website for the place I use too. I mean, I don't know if they ship it out. There may be cheaper places, but it's just the place I use because it's easier just to drive there and pick it up.
Oh man, that's awesome. That oh god, that's so fucking cool.
And he's like, I want that shit now. I don't want to wait.
Well, how great is that? It's like whenever I order comics from Greco, they have a pickup option. I'm just thinking, how great would it be if I could just drive over there? Not paying for the shipping, but also just being able to go over there and just get the damn comics, not having to like wait like a week or something like that.
Is it Greco or is it Kablam that has a online store where you can just buy indie comics?
That might be Kablam. I don't think it's Greco. I don't think it's. I don't think it's Greco. Greco is like Mixum. I've been using them since the beginning.
Just go over to Jay's house. He's got all the comics.
Yeah.
Every time I see him on the street, he's showing off more comics. I'm like, God damn, I thought I had a lot of shit.
Oh man, and he's cleaned up recently too. Man.
You see what I got, Eddie? You seen that Frankenstein issue?
I got that.
That's fucking beautiful, dude.
Frankenstein #1 or the IDW version?
You got the hardcover?
No, I got the hardcover.
Nice.
I got it off Amazon. No, I didn't get that. No, definitely didn't get that. No,
you know what? I used to have the book and record of that.
No way. They had a golden record.
Records.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Power Records. I had that, man.
Yeah,
I had that
small
shit.
ones. Yes.
Oh man.
Might still be in a
awesome.
box.
I remember Masters of the Universe used to have that shit out too. Like one Christmas, that's all I wanted. I wanted like Masters of the Universe records and shit like that. Like anything that had, I didn't know comics existed at the time, and they're like, "You're gonna waste," I was like, "Yeah, I want that."
Hoskins. Zayd asked a question. I don't know if it's Hoskins or Hodgkins.
Hodgkins is a disease, isn't it?
No. There's an area around. It's on. If you're familiar, Phil, it's like just west of Kedzie on 47th or 49th Street. So it's a little studio that sells resin and rubber. It's all kinds of crap in there.
Does Zayd live around you? Like as far as like in your area or something like that?
He's in my area. He's in Chicago area. So him and his brother.
Like
they did my stickers. I picked them up from their arcade. So they got like this huge fucking arcade that I went there like maybe 3 years ago. I didn't know anything about Zayd comics or anything at the time. Like I was watching videos, but I wasn't even thinking about doing comics. But
wow.
But
that's
yeah,
so cool.
We went to the arcade, and then years later, he's like, "Yeah, go to my arcade here in Brookfield." I'm like, "What?" So
yeah, that's where they work at. They design games and shit like that.
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, Phil, there is one out there. It's like by Joliet Road and East Avenue somewhere. Yeah, right by Hodgkins, by the movie theater. It's somewhere around there. So
Oh,
I
man.
stopped going to that one because the other one was closer to where I was. But
Man, did you see that ugly ass? This is like a bit of a non sequitur, but did you see that ugly ass statue that they just unveiled in New York City?
That big
No.
black thing.
A big African work of art.
It's like a big
It's just
piece of shit.
it
What
looks
are you
like a
talking about?
oh dude, it's hideous. It's hideous. New York City is the
Rockefeller
anti-Chicago. It's the
Rockefeller.
anti-Chicago.
well,
It
I
has
think
the
Chicago's
worst
the
public
anti-Chicago.
But dude, first of all, I love Chicago, but one of the things that's especially awesome about it is the public art is off the hook. There's I mean, it's amazing, dude. They've got a fucking Picasso down there, and you look at it from one angle, and it's just like, what the hell is that? And then if you look at it at exactly the right angle, it's a baboon. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, it's playful Picasso.
I got a story about Picasso's and art. Not so much Picasso, but a related story. So probably about 12, 13 years ago, I was working. I do construction. I do heating and cooling, and we were working at the Art Institute, and I guess one of their systems shut down, and there were paintings that were starting to melt.
Get the fuck out of here! Seriously?
I don't know if it was like the expensive one. I guess they'd all be expensive.
Well, they used to make their own paints back then.
Yep.
I
But
think
there
the
were
oils.
paintings.
I don't like.
Well,
I
wouldn't say melt, but like, when paper gets a lot of moisture, like they would start to warp. I think the art was starting to warp on the walls. It's
Oh my god!
like, oh man.
Well,
So
rumor
like,
has it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say we just had a rush job. We were there like multiple nights trying to fix the system.
It was like at the wax museum when the AC goes out. You hurry up! Elvis's face is starting to droop.
Well, rumor has it that most of the art in museums are fakes.
No way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, and the real ones are like
Vault.
in a vault somewhere like Dick Cheney's closet.
Yeah.
Or
I know Dick. I know
That's
Dick.
King Island.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember there was a guy that was talking about that wrote a book about art thievery, and he was on Jon Stewart's show, and Jon Stewart asked him, "So who are the guys that are buying this shit? Are they like James Bond villains?" And he was like, "Yeah, basically." Yeah. He's like, "Yeah."
I was watching a YouTube video where they had this painting from the 18th century or some shit like that, and this kid went over there and just put his hand through it. You know? Yeah, and then they showed another one, and I was like, and like they have barricades, like you can't get within reach of the painting, but these parents let their kids run around in a museum, play chase and all like that. I'm dead, and I was like,
I believe you. I believe
dude,
you.
I'm like, look, I have kids,
yeah,
and I'll be straight, dude. Like if I seen somebody's kid doing that, I'd smack the shit out of them. Because that's what their parents should have fucking did to them. You don't do that in a fucking museum, dude.
Exactly.
Or a fucking,
you don't blame the kids, you blame
gallery?
the fucking parents.
I was like, where do you raise these fucking things at? I was like,
oh man.
And then like they had another one where like they had this sculpture of some wings, right? And they were made out of metal and glass, and it was fucking nice, right? And the parents are like watching their kids hang off of these wings while they're taking pictures of them, like, yeah, baby, go ahead. And then the wings broke, like one of the wings just broke right the fuck off, and they're just laughing about it like it's no big deal. And the artist, they contact the artist. The artist is like, well, leave it that way. It'll be an expression. I was like, dude, you guys are way too fucking, because at Comic-Cons, believe it or not, I think like those kids at Comic-Cons are so much they really well behaved, right? Because my I set up my booth at Comic-Con to where it's like a gallery. You walk in, you look at all the pieces. I've yet to have a kid go ahead and put his hand on it. And when they try, their parents are right there and they're like, hey, no, don't do that. That's not how you act.
Yeah, that's because they're kids of comic book collectors and their kids have tried to touch their comics for years.
I know.
Smack the shit out of them every time.
Right.
That Superman is not yours. Yeah.
That Fantastic Four is not a coloring book.
Yeah.
God damn, man. God damn. Well, I know it was like a workman actually that broke off like Michelangelo's David's dick.
Get out.
Yeah. This happened. No, I mean it he fucked up.
He probably saved it. He saved it.
Oh no, they glued it back on. Yeah, it didn't like shatter into like a billion pieces.
Upside down.
But yeah, this
he was peeing in his face.
This is like in the 90s, man. This is like in the 90s, yeah. Like somebody broke his dick off.
Yeah,
we were they bobbed his ass.
In 8th grade, we had a field trip to the what was it? The Museum of Modern Art,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
So
it's the shit. Or
yeah,
MoMA, actually. Yeah.
So inside there's a piece, and all it is a shelf. There's like a very basic painting on the wall, right? And at the base of this painting, there's a shelf. It's probably about 8 by 24. It's 8 inches deep with 24. And there's a bucket. There's just a steel pail on it, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting to talk about all these pieces, and all the kids, everybody's sitting along the wall, listening because there's nowhere to sit. So after the speech about all this priceless art and this is worth this much and this is worth this much, my friend Chris gets up and his shoulder hits the one end, hits the one end of the shelf. The shelf pivots because I guess there's a screw in the center, right? And it's so quiet in there, right? And the shelf creaks, and then the bucket slides like 2 inches. It goes, and everybody's just looking at him. And my teacher, God rest her soul, Miss Collins. She was this hothead Scottish woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she just ripped him a new asshole in front of everybody. You nincompoop! And she's yelling at him, and oh my God,
you stupid bastard!
Was like, "It's okay." I felt terrible, but I'll never forget that. It's like, these are priceless pieces. Ba-boom!
I remember
really just
this is off topic.
Pieces of shit, really. This
is off topic, but my me and my brother, like we're in a Walmart. And you know how they have the salesman, like they had the salesman like in the middle. He was on a pedestal. He had all these mothers around him, and he's like trying to sell his cleaner or whatever the fuck it was. And we're standing there, and I smack my brother in the balls, right? He goes, "You fucking asshole!" And all of these chicks turn back and look at him.
Oh wow!
I walked away. I casually walked away after I smacked him in the balls.
Oh wow! Just to let him know that you cared, huh?
It was great, dude. Fucking, if you only knew all the times I fucked it.
He had it coming, I'm sure.
He always has. They all have it coming, Brian.
Jesus.
I know that. Yeah, man. Oh Jesus, man. But yeah, one of the few things, actually probably about the only thing that I could still recommend about New York City are the museums, are MoMA and the Met. No, all the evidently Portland's like the best place for strip clubs. There's like
how do you separate the men from the boys in Portland?
I don't know. How do you separate them?
Yeah, with a crowbar.
I was trying to figure out, like, why are there like a billion? Like, why are there like a billion like strip clubs? And evidently, the strip clubs are like there's a billion of them because they cater to like people's specific types.
Huh?
Like if you're into redheads, like if you're into redheads,
so they got a strip club with all redheads.
Oh man,
yeah.
Dude, that's I don't know if that's super cool or I can say
awesome.
this, like
that's awesome.
When I was in
like
Boise, Idaho, right? Like we will all. I went to go see one of my buddies in Boise. Like he moved to Idaho, and I was like, dude, New Orleans people do not belong in Boise. But whatever. So I went up there to go see him, and we were hanging out. And I was like, hey, let's go to a strip club, and
Yeah.
because I'm used to the strip clubs in Louisiana, right? And so we go up there, and the few weird things happen, right? Number one, you couldn't have a drink in the strip club. You had to go to a bar right next door to the strip club, drink your drink there, then walk to the strip club and hang out and drink a Coke or whatever, right? And I thought that was odd,
Yeah.
Another odd thing was that we're sitting at a table, and we're drinking Coke. And we're sitting there, and I was like,
do you see me?
And we're looking across the strip club, and all the strippers are sitting in a chair on the other side of the strip club looking at us. Like, because we're the only people in this fucking strip club. There's nobody in this fucking strip club except for because it was during the week,
Right.
And I'm like, shouldn't they be coming over here to hassle us for money or something?
Or stripping and like, right? But they were butt naked.
Well, they did that. But I was like, but you don't understand. Like when you go to a strip club in New Orleans, they're like ticks, right? They latch on to you and they're like, hey, buy me a drink, go get a bottle, whatever.
It's all about sucking the money out of you. Yeah.
Within like 15 minutes, you're broke, completely broke. That's why I'm not a big strip club fan, but I was like,
they ruined them, man.
Let's go see what a strip club out of state is like, right?
Right.
And that's another thing too. Like they were almost fully clothed, like breast and bottoms, all they had to be completely covered. And they so they're dancing on a stage, and they got these monkey bars above the stage, right? And these fucking chicks are super athletic, right? I mean,
right, yeah.
They're like fucking Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going through those monkey bars like crazy.
Wow.
And so we threw $1 up, and then my buddy was like, he was tired of holding his money, so he put all his money on the rim of the strip, the stage. They had like this padded part like on the edge of the stage, and he put all his money over there. The chick takes all of his money, sticks it in her waist, because we never knew this, but if you put your money, if you put a nickel on that padded part,
boom,
they have to give you a lap dance.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But he put a whole stack of cash on that padded part, and she took all of it and gave him a lap dance. I was like, this is so fucked up, dude. Like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever.
They've ruined strip clubs, man. They've ruined strip clubs with the lap dances and all that shit. I don't want some chick fucking rubbing her ass against my dick. I want them on a stage. Well, especially if I'm not going to be getting any ass, if that's it, I'd like a.
No one ever in a strip club.
No one ever said before in history.
I get it. I never.
But that's it. All they're doing is rubbing against your cock, and you're
easy, Brian. Easy one. Facebook.
Sorry, Facebook. Sorry. Zuckerberg. You piece of.
Phil said I do.
States,
you dead-eyed freak.
In y'all states, are the strippers allowed to come to your house for like an hour or two?
What?
You don't have that in y'all
They can go to your house?
In the city?
I think that's called a hooker.
No, bro.
Bachelor parties.
Prostitute, dude.
Listen to this shit. In Virginia, they have places where you go to, and they have like 3 different books set out, and you can like flip and pick the stripper you want. And if they're available that night, they'll come to your party.
Are you sure that's a strip club? Because that sounds like an escort service.
I'm asking, in y'all state, did y'all have the strippers that came to your house?
No, dude. We have
bachelor parties. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different though. Like,
it was full party time. They would pick up $5 bills off your face, things like that.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, those are good. Yeah, I remember. Go ahead,
Eddie. What state are you in, if you don't mind saying?
Illinois.
Oh,
I'm
Illinois.
in Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah. You should be able. I'm sure strippers come.
Nah, I've never been a big guy into that because
I'll be honest. It was.
But
a bunch of my Filipino friends who I just. I
guess
they invited me. I came. I was like, sure, I'm coming.
I guess
$20 or $40, because what they would do if you get 2. It'd be $400 for an hour. If you got 1, it'd be $200 for an hour plus tips.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I will say that
That sounds like something to get arrested for.
I work with a lot of construction workers, and everybody that talks about the better ones, they go out of state. I guess.
Yeah. Well, when
So-
you go to work in the next couple days, ask if they've ever heard of that.
Yeah,
In
I
New
think
York,
Dustin's right. I think that's called prostitution.
That sounds like an escort service, dude.
sure does. Sure does. Now, here in New York, they were cool until like they became gentlemen's clubs, right? Before that, they were like titty bars.
Well, when Larry Flint came to town and he opened the Barely Legal Club, I think
God
they
bless
became gentlemen's clubs at that point too. But I'll be honest, like my boss way back in the day took me to Flint's club, and dude, every chick in there looked like a fucking Barbie doll. You know what I'm saying? Like it was probably the most boring fucking strip joint I've ever been to. It was like every one of them looked like they were bulimic, and they were too perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. They didn't look like real women. Yeah.
No, they didn't. That's just it. They never there was every one of them. I think was blonde, dude. I don't think there was and
they had glaucoma from Nutty.
Dude, the place was like something from a mobster's movie or something like that, right? Like
right.
It was like all nice and fucking like crazy. It was nuts, dude. I was like, this is too clean for Louisiana.
Well, yeah, I mean they ruined those places. To me, that it was a place where you went to be like a modern day Viking, right? You went with a bunch of your boys, and you were like, men, bring on the dancing girls. And
VD shot, they have the VD shot, free VD shots in the corner. But
the girls stayed up on the stage. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like legitimate entertainment. And if they're coming down and just rubbing against you and crap and lap dances. Like, ugh.
Jesus Christ.
What is, you just don't want
get all
your girl's
worked up for
vagina on your
nothing,
lap,
man.
Ooh, girls, cooties.
Ew, get your vagina off of me. Ew.
Dude.
Well, yeah, unless you're going to give me the whole thing. Are you going to let me taste it?
Did you
Jesus Christ.
This is devolving.
Because if you're sending me that message, because that's the message I'm getting, honey.
Well, that's their job. That's their job.
Oh, you got a needy Dobie there, bro.
Yeah.
I've never had a lap dance because I don't think.
Ugh.
Well, can you do lap dances? I don't
Gross.
know. Most of the strip places I've been, there's either ridiculously priced or they didn't allow it. Like in Atlanta, some of the spots in Atlanta, you're like, well, I'm not paying $200 for a lap dance.
What?
What was really greasy was when they started opening the places that were totally nude, but you just
yeah.
And I never went into one of these places because just the idea freaks me out. But yeah,
Why?
You could have because they'd have totally nude chicks, right?
I would.
And no
I would do
alcohol.
cartwheels with them. Huh?
And no alcohol, dude.
What? No alcohol? Whoa, I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. You want me to go in and be sober and drink soda pop while there's chicks completely
What state is this?
butt naked in New York.
I think that's the same with Illinois. I think if again, I'm no expert, but I talk to a lot of experts. That I guess that if there's liquor in the place, that they can't be, totally nude. But if there is no liquor or bring your own, then it's just whatever, bikinis or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
We would in Virginia, you can't have nude either, but they would flash it all the time.
Well, to me, it's sexier if they're not bottomless. It's I like to see tig bitties and all that, but actually I like bitties and of all sizes. But
I want you walking around in a pair of socks. That's about it. So
yeah.
You don't get dirty.
The oh god, the striped stockings, that ended up being
socks. I didn't say stockings.
Oh god, you used to like I remember like the stroke mags I used to find in my like father's underwear drawer. This is like like in the 70s, and that was just the thing where like in like the softcore mags, like all the chicks were wearing like striped stockings that like went up to their thighs. And years later, like I had a thing for this, and I didn't know where it came from, and then I remembered, oh yeah, Dad's old stroke mags. Yeah, shit gets imprinted on your brain, man. Yeah. I just got
sketch
a
cards.
sketch card from Mr.
Oh, we can get off porn now.
Simon
All right, thank you.
Simpoitier.
Let's go to Sims.
Let me check that out.
Is it for the
it looks
6-gun
beautiful.
gorilla?
Yeah, it's for 6-gun. He's doing like 3 of these. God bless his heart.
I want to reach out to as many
All
artists.
right, did Brian get me kicked off of Facebook yet, or what?
Almost.
Talking about how he likes dudes dancing on his face or some shit like that.
Oh man, one thing that was really nasty was back in the goth scene in the 90s, man, there was some depraved shit going on.
There was some crazy shit going on.
Crazy shit, right? And I remember in this club called Mother, which was in the meatpacking district, appropriately enough.
Hold on.
Was your old lady?
What happened?
I think Mrs. Acevedo is requiring his oxygen. By the way, does Mrs. Acevedo appreciate the fact that you refer to her as your old lady?
I've always done that. It's
okay.
Because I used to hang around with bikers. Like,
I'm
serious because I
know.
I used to airbrush, and like I used to airbrush their bikes, and it was just like it wasn't really the yuppie bikers; it was the 1%ers. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that would air in back in the day, and they were like running drugs and cooking meth and all this bullshit.
Yep.
Now they own bike shops and they sell the yuppies.
Oh, good for them, man. If they went legit.
Well, they used to sell that was spent when Orange Choppers was on TV. Remember, like Orange County Choppers, and people were buying those bikes for like $60,000 to $150,000 for a fucking motorcycle.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it was literally. I was like, you motherfuckers! Like all it is. It wasn't even a good bike. Like there was no fucking like electric. It was basically like an old school chopper, right? It was just motor, gas tank, and electric start. There was no chip in there. It was.
Well, that Pimp My Ride that like recently came out within like the last 5 years. That all the fucking cars were bullshit and half of them didn't run.
And then they bullied people into saying that sob story on there. They were like, because that wasn't true either. Like my dad died and blah blah blah.
They do that home makeover, and they're like, we're gonna fix your house in like 2 days. We're gonna gut your house and do whatever. Well, I have friends that have worked on a couple of those shows here in Chicago, and like if you're not done, like if you're not ready by the time they start filming, they're like, nah, just hack it in. But it's not gonna work. But it's okay. We just need it to look like it's gonna work. And then these homeowners, they get stuck with all these astronomical bills, and
because their house is falling apart.
Some of the stuff doesn't work, and it's charged as if it was done. The show gets billed. Obviously, they're gonna get their money.
Yeah.
But
that's cold.
But like some of
wait. I thought the show paid for everything. Like,
well, yeah, but when the homeowner has to pay taxes on a home,
shit!
Now worth $2 million instead of $100,000.
I had no idea. Like there was taxes that came with that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
So, but what happens is some of the more shady contractors, they're like, we're not going back. We're not.
Yeah.
That light switch could stay there without wires.
Yeah, I know, right?
So. Preston Dog, could you do me a solid and share my screen for a second?
Oh, shit.
Let's see here.
Do I have to?
This was the last stripper that fucking.
Wait, is that? Wait, I have to share my screen. I have to share my screen.
You never put your screen up.
Share.
I love seeing
my screen. Yeah, here we go. Because I gotta show you mofos what
I don't
This
see a
beautiful-
screen share.
Yeah.
You never did it. You never
Hold
did
on.
it yet.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it. All right.
How cool is that? Thank you, Sim.
Oh, Sim did that?
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he especially took to your Iron Maiden parody.
Oh, yeah. Now I see it. I see the fake eye on that. So he did one with a fake eye and just one regular, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's badass.
I love
dude.
that Iron Maiden parody. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it is, man. You knocked that shit out of the park. And yeah, we got to, like I was asking Preston in private, like, dude, like people really want that as a poster, but like, what size do I make it? And
I was thinking going with a lighter paper, only because it's easier to fold and you can include it you can bag it with the book. You know what I'm saying? Or,
yeah. I like that idea too.
Yeah, because
or people might want to print though. Or I'm sorry, you were saying, brother?
No, I'm thinking like, because posters. The problem with posters is that you're going to spend a fuck ton of money on actual posters, like 24 by 36 movie posters, and
right.
The paper quality is garbage. You know, I've gotten these things before, dude. And they're great. They look fantastic, but you know, I mean, they rip really fucking easy. You know, and I mean, it's up to you if you want to do that, but I'm thinking just a 13 by 19 print, you know, on light paper and fold it, you know.
That sounds great. I mean, I want to just give like, the backers like whatever they want.
Fuck those back.
Yeah, you know what? Well, dude, shh.
I mean,
we have to wait until we're more happening, and then we can tell them all to go.
Weren't you going to do like a red rooster with the backers or something?
Shh.
You and Eddie had some red rooster playing there.
Yeah, the Crimson Cock. No, I was gonna say about all these perks. Like I'm putting packages together now.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I don't mind like giving people a bunch of stuff, but man, there's so
yeah, I know. You're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Well, packaging it. Like I think next time is gonna be like maybe a print, a trading card, a poster, maybe, and then like just more content in the book.
No, that's what I'm saying, because unless you get something small that you give to everybody,
right?
Like when you start getting into add-ons and all that kind of stuff. You see, the problem with add-ons is that you neglect to put shipping in add-ons when it goes out of country. And what usually happens is that you fuck yourself on that.
Yes.
And the worst thing is shipping artwork going out of country, especially expensive artwork.
Insurance, man. The
insurance will fuck you in the A, dude. Like
I don't have to worry about shipping artwork yet. Not yet.
You will.
And Preston, do me a solid and when you get a chance, take a look at the campaign page and make sure that like all the perks that I put up are meet with your approval.
I just want the original art perks up there, you know, because I noticed I didn't notice that at first, and then afterwards I was like, Brian didn't put any original artwork perks, you know, like I'm gonna be sitting on 20 some odd pages of fucking 6 gun.
Oh, Phil wants that shit bad. Yeah, you gotta charge Phil extra.
Yeah, because he's too tall.
No, because like he's like set the bar really high when it comes to like packing your books with like extra shit.
Him and fucking Only Death Can Save Us. That dude, fucking. When I got that, I was like, "Holy shit, dude! Did they make any money off of this motherfucker?" I was like, "Jesus Christ!" I was like, everything. You do realize, like, we're supposed to make money to get to the next issue. That's, you know?
Yeah, but it is laying a foundation for the fans and for the backers and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's an investment. If you're going to invest in anything, you should invest.
But here's the thing with that, like the stickers. I like the stickers because I put them on my truck. I put them on my watercolor
computer. Yeah.
But in the end, like all those perks and shit. Like I mean, all the extras. Like I don't really care about it. I just want a really good book. You know
me too.
Like,
me too.
And,
well, I mean, like I don't want variant covers, but the backers do.
the other day, what I was saying, what I want to do with what my plan, anyways, is the extra is a extra 22-page floppy, and
That's
you know,
actually a good
and
idea. Like
like
doing an
That's a
ash
great
can or
idea. I
something.
like
well, it's
that.
not ashcan size. It's straight up. It's this OG floppy, 22 pages. Maybe 18 to 20 story with 2 or 4 filler. Something like that.
Just make sure you make that a stretch goal.
Yeah, that's
go ahead and get to
exactly.
that,
Instead of doing all the stickers and all of the, I think I don't do anything with the stickers or anything extra myself.
Yeah.
I leave it in a plastic bag with the book.
I like the stickers, and I also like the bookmarks too, because the bookmarks that comes in handy. Like when I was reading Undead Border, Escape or Die, right? Because like I was like, and I left the book. I think it came with a bookmark. I can't remember, but I was like, God damn it! I wish I had a bookmark for this book because I had it's a thick book, and I kept losing my page. But the that book is, dude, I fucking highly underrated that book. Like Undead Border was really, really good, and the artwork was good too. It's just like I'm not really an anime guy when it comes to art, so I don't know what good anime art looks like. But I know what bad anime art looks like.
Manga?
Yeah. And manga art. And I don't think they put up the right pages because they gave me the impression that it was bad manga art, right? But when I got the book, I was like, they had all these great scenes in there, you know what I'm saying? And great pages and characters and all that kind of stuff. I was like, dude, this book is really good. Like, it's really good. And yeah, like I'm almost finished with it. Almost finished reading it. Like,
how many pages is that?
I don't know. I think it's around 100 pages.
Nice. That's a nice sized book. Those
Is it black
656 Vatos are
all black and white with some
nice.
With gray tones. And I think he did it all by hand too, because it looks like he painted in the grays. Yeah.
I highly encourage, especially if the people are fantastic black and white artists, like they're almost like when you put color on their art, it turns to shit.
Yeah.
Focus like those, like you were saying, 100-page stories. I like the long stories that are in black and white versus a short story that's fully colored. In some instances, just
well, I mean, if it's something like The Crow, or like they did with Undead Border, where it's heavy on shading, that's badass, dude. Like I can get down with that. But yeah, Undead Border, dude. Like, if I don't know if the campaign's closed or not, but
I didn't back that. I backed the cryptids.
Dude, I'm telling you, like
that looks like it's.
I did a cover for them, but I'm not allowed to release it until
for the cryptids.
Until Oliver's finished coloring it.
Oh wow! Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that they have a character called Dogman in there.
Yes.
I did.
Oh, you're doing him?
Actually, maybe I can show it to you guys. I'm not sure if anybody else.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
You showed all your pages. You showed all your pages yesterday, Brian. So don't worry.
Yeah, I did. I showed them all yesterday.
Did you, motherfucker?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, dude, you have no idea how badly I want to see those. And Oliver did. What I love about the colors that Oliver did is it preserves all of Preston's line work. So
don't show it. I can see
what was
it.
that?
Stop! Don't show it.
No. You have no say in this, Phil. This has nothing to do with you, bro.
It's not. It's not a variant cover for the actual book. It's a variant cover for the or it's the cover for the what is it called? The extra, like it's coming with an extra book, like an extra ash can or something like that.
Right.
Cool.
And they're going to use it for that.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. Like Undead Border came with an ash can, and it was a real honest to good ash can. Like it had like character sketches and all that kind of stuff. And
nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
How many pages was it? Small, like it's ash can size?
Yeah, it was. It was just a black and white ash can. And I was like, this is so fucking cool, dude.
All right, man.
I really dig that kind of stuff. Eddie, are you doing anything like that with
like what? Like ash cans?
Yeah, with your book?
Now, all my supplemental stuff has been in the book. So I say all of it. I've done one book. I have like 2 side stories and like a dossier in the actual graphic novel book. So there's 112 pages. But I did include, so inside the graphic novel is a remake of our issue 0. It's kind of like a prequel story. So in 2006 we printed that issue 0. So I have about 1 billion copies of that. So everybody that backed the campaign is going to get that, and they'll see how we started and where we are now. You know.
See, that's one thing I like about your campaign and Robert's is that both of you guys took a shot at it before, you know, and like I told the dude with Robert, I was like, dude, you gotta hook me up with that fucking that old issue, dude. As a collector, like I thrive on shit like that. I'm like, dude,
yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to throw it in, so everybody, whoever backed it, you know, has the opportunity to say, yeah, I have, you know, that book. Also, what I did was I included it's like a mini poster with a checklist of everything available from this campaign. So if you like, if for some unknown reason there's a collector out there that wants to collect everything Sovereign Wolf and hasn't
that's
got
me.
it.
Oh,
right
there's
here, dude. Like
yeah,
I'm right
yeah.
here. What are you talking about?
That
you're
dude's
gonna,
for real.
You're gonna get one of everything already, at least one of everything, plus multiple comps, you know. But
Dude, that's awesome.
But
you're
like
God,
all the creators are getting something special, you know. So
That's cool.
But I think in the future, yeah, there's gonna be probably you know, the main story, a couple side stories inside the book, and then I might do like a little supplemental book that either has something to do with the Sovereign Wolf universe or something totally different that is going to be published. Because my cousin Mikey, who actually drew the issue 0 in 2006, he's been working on a book for a long time. He stopped, and when I started this up, I was like, "Hey, man, get your ass in gear and let's do this," you know, because he, if it wasn't for him, I would have never put that book out. Like, I didn't pay him anything. He did it.
Well, it's family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but still, man, like my friends put the work in, you know.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. You don't want to let your friends down.
And he's so much better now. You know, like we're both proud of that book. You know that we put it out.
Good, man.
But
good.
He's working on his own story right now. And I seen like the character designs and like the settings for the world that he's creating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, if you want to put your book out like under your own imprint, because he had one before, I was like, yeah, I'll show you what you need to do, but I would love to, you know, put it out under Dose of Action Comics.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, build yourself a little universe. The you know, it'd be cool too, Eddie. I don't know if you have any characters that you would want to do this with, but like expand upon one of your characters and give some like a spin-off type of thing. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with Six Gun.
Well, that's what we're doing. So right now, Vaughn actually wrote a 24-page script for me.
Nice.
For one of the characters. It's going to be like one of the first spin-offs. He's not really an anti-hero. He's not a hero, but the story's going to be so like horror oriented, and it's in the world of Sovereign Wolf, and it's so cool. I had a chance to read half the script at lunchtime, and dude, man, Vaughn is killing it, man. That's all.
Vaughn's good,
say.
dude. Like his
Vaughn's very good.
And like, the fuck out. I was like, God, you know, dude, Vaughn's actually talented.
It's easy for someone to say, that hype, you know, it can't be real, whatever. Like he's pretty damn good, you know.
He's
like
legit.
Wait a second. Why am I praising Vaughn's work? I haven't even got my copy of Monster MD yet. You fuck that guy.
Monster MD, like,
I hear
blew me
nothing but
away,
great
dude.
things.
Same thing with Monster
things.
MD as what happened with Undead Border. I was like, I can't believe Like these
Well-
books are this good. Like they're
Right.
fucking good, dude. I was like, God
Well,
damn.
I don't know if you guys got like the first time around. I just got the book, right? But there's the sketchbook, which is like it's called
For Monster
Colorblind.
MD,
Yeah, and it's
I never got that either. Like,
it's like a supplemental, and it's got all these like sketches, and it's got like backgrounds, and it's just fucking so cool, man. If I had it in front of me, I'd fucking show you.
you know what I did get though? Like I think everybody got it because I don't think I signed up for anything special. I got the Monster MD Shinobi Sasquatch
Oh, yeah.
supplemental edition.
Yep,
Oh.
everybody gets that. That's
That
cool.
was actually decent. Like I honestly, that's one of the few cases. Like I love the artwork in Monster MD,
Mm.
and I don't mean this as an insult, but it doesn't work without color. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, well, that's the art style. Yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
cartoonier style.
No, because the Monster MD Shinobi Sasquatch supplemental issue was all in black and white, and it didn't work in black and white.
Oh, gotcha. Interesting. And interesting. Yeah, Matthew in the chat says Vaughn's a good dude. Yeah, he is. What I love about him is that he's somebody, I mean, his book's almost is gonna crack 100K. And he is really humble, down to earth, somebody that's trying to get better. And I always say, what's so exciting about this scene, what's so awesome about being part of it, and also just being there as a backer, and
It's
just
the
as
strip
a
clubs.
fan.
The strip clubs.
It's strip clubs. No, it's watching people getting better, man. It's watching people improve, or like you look at Clint Stoker, for instance. His first book was okay. Second one was a marked improvement. Like you'd see him improving as a writer, and you're going to see that with Vaughn. Hopefully, you're going to see that with me.
I wasn't. I got to be honest. Like I wasn't a huge fan of Downcast. Like I mean, I kind of get it. Like I think it's a decent story. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it's okay.
Me, but
yeah. But the second issue was so much better.
But Fatal, I'm interested to see what happens with Fatal.
Oh,
like,
that looks. Yeah.
The art, like it looks like old Neil Adams type of art.
Sure does.
And I want to see what kind of story goes with it. Because I mean I'm just super curious.
Yeah, no, it looks absolutely fantastic. Well, I think the story is going to be like very sort of like Fear Agent. Do you ever read Fear Agent?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. It's Tony Moore, like doing his best Jack Davis impersonation as an artist, and Rick Remender writing.
Jay, all right? Jay, he's dying over there.
Shit.
What did you just do? Like a shot of
cartwheels. And so Fatal reminds me a little bit of shit. Reminds me a little bit of like Eon Flux mixed with shit. It was in my head, so I started coughing. There's like a Judge Dredd, like when the Judge.
Well,
Dredd,
that art style looks like something back from the 80s, like
it's
80s
like Eon
metal.
Judge Dredd mixture.
Yeah, Charlie Snogans is the
that guy.
Yeah, Snogans. Yeah, that's a double drawer, dude. He can draw with two hands, right?
That's insane.
Preston draws with two hands too. You see him?
I do. That's right.
Yeah. That's amazing, man. That's so fucking cool.
I don't know how that motherfucker does that. That's some impressive cognitive skill, right?
Ability. Yeah. He's got to have just a different kind of brain, where you can like do two things at the same time. I mean, I remember like the aliens and Childhood's End were like that. The old Arthur C. Clarke novel about these aliens that come down to Earth and they look exactly like demons with the wings and the horns and everything. Right. Yeah, and like they can like sort of like bifurcate their minds where they can do like two or maybe even like three or four things at like the same time. I mean, I can kind of do that sometimes too, except it's called attention deficit disorder.
So Preston's gonna try it, huh?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro.
Fuck yeah, look at this guy.
Fuck yeah. What the fuck?
Hell yeah, dude.
I can't even. I can't even write like 4 letters with my left hand.
No
Yeah, I
shit,
can-
man.
Neither can I.
I can't read my own handwriting.
What he described it as: the farther his hands get from each other,
Yeah.
the worse it gets. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Oh.
And I see what he's talking about when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like it starts falling off when you have to focus on 2 different areas and you're not. You see how the dimensions go off a little bit?
Right.
You should have never showed us you could do that, because now you got no excuse.
I know, right? But seriously, that's pretty badass, man. Bad.
Tricks and treats.
Hell
We
yeah.
got somebody here. Who's that? Oh,
Yeah, I remember-
Brian's still sharing his. Brian, you got porn up, dude. You got porn.
Do I?
No, I'm fucking.
I haven't downloaded any smut today. This is a smut-free day for me.
Ugh.
Oh man, I love the vintage smut forums, because I've been downloading a bunch of like really greasy Italian exploitation movies from there.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, if you guys have
Fucking pervert.
The only exploitation I see is the great Sean Connery sitting up there.
yeah, man, and his diaper, yeah, from Zardoz.
Jesus.
You know,
The gun is good.
I
The
have-
penis is evil.
Yes. I have never watched that as an adult. Only like when Nintendo came out is when I saw this film.
Wow.
Yeah, that movie was
I
kinda
loved it as a
crazy.
kid. I loved that movie as a kid, and
The big giant
it's
fucking face.
yeah, giant stone head. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They made fun of it on Rick and Morty.
Awesome.
I never watched Rick and Morty because like Rick and Morty is one of those things. It's like Frank Zappa. I don't fuck with them because of the fans.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're rude.
I don't
Yeah,
fuck
rude.
yeah because I can't stand like I don't listen to Frank Zappa's music because
Like-
I can't stand Frank Zappa fans. I don't watch Rick and Morty because I can't stand Rick and Morty fans.
Oh, come on.
You know
dude,
what
I'm
I'm
a
you know what I'm
fan.
talking about. You know what I'm
No,
talking about.
Cub fans over here.
Dolls.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like everybody that's like into like Frank Zappa or like Rick and Morty are a-holes. I'm just saying like there's a certain type of fan that can just really turn you off.
It's like
Remember that Asian kid like in a
it's really type of fans.
I
like in
want
junior high. You know the
Szechuan
Asian
sauce.
kid?
I want sauce.
I want Szechuan sauce. Well, the
Yeah.
reason I mentioned that he's Asian because if he were black, he would have been shot like 500,000 times if he did that.
What did he do? I don't
He
remember.
jumped up. He jumped up on the counter of like a McDonald's and started screaming, "Where's my Szechuan sauce? Rub-a-dub-dub! I'm Pickle Rick! I'm Pickle Rick!"
Are you
and-
serious?
Yeah, I'm like, if that were a black dude, like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, they wouldn't let him.
I don't know.
You
saw-
know that's true, man.
I saw a black lady. I was at McDonald's once getting breakfast. They gave me an Egg McMuffin meal with a large orange juice and extra hash brown. I remember that day vividly.
Oh no!
This fucking black lady spit in this manager's face, and she fucking slapped all of the fucking stack of trays that were on the counter
Oh,
right at.
Why?
He didn't
What
do
happened?
anything. He didn't do anything. I'm like, what
some people are just crazy.
the fuck?
Some people are just sick, you know.
That was a good
Um,
Egg McMuffin though. I got my Egg McMuffin without problem.
Yeah, I've actually like experienced like fast food for the first time in like I don't know 20 years now that they have like like Impossible Whoppers and shit like that.
I don't
That-
trust that fucking thing.
What do you mean impossible?
Any-
What does that
That
mean?
looks like meat, but isn't.
You ate fake meat?
Oh, dude, I trust that before I trust any kind of ground beef.
Nah, I
Freaking
ain't doing that, dude.
Anthony Bourdain was asked, "Is there anything you wouldn't eat?" Because this is a guy who ate warthog anus, and he ate it, and he said when he ate it, it was cooked al dente. All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, nasty. And so he was asked, "Is there anything you wouldn't eat?" And he was like, "Yeah, what? A hamburger."
What?
Why?
Oh,
Why?
whatever.
He's like,
You
"I have no
swallowed-
idea what the hell's in there."
Oh,
Oh,
I
whatever.
swallowed
dude.
it.
snake's
Bullshit.
heart. You know.
That sounds like a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. You remember? did
I'm
you
just
see the
telling you
one-
what he said.
Did you
Hey,
see the one where he went
uh,
to Cambodia or something like that? They cut the snake open, they took the heart out, they put it in a little saucer dish, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Give it
it's
to me
nasty.
now," you know, and then he
Yeah, I would
swallowed
eat
it or
anything.
something.
Yeah, dude, once you've hit warthog anus, I mean, where do you go from there?
What do they even look like? What's a warthog again?
Warthog
Does it
it's
look
just a pig. It's like a pig with it's like a boar.
Yeah, but don't you
Boar,
think that's
okay.
a
African
warning sign?
Boar.
That's a warning sign, though, right? I
What?
mean, if you're eating warthog anus, like that's a
And-
warning sign that you may be thinking about committing suicide somewhere down the line.
Well, that was Alcia Argento, man. I blame her for that. And oh my god, man, I used to
blame
have
his
a
friends.
crush on
I blame-
her.
It was his friends.
Anthony Bourdain was a he was a legit
human-
martial
he was-
artist, though.
Also, New York City punk.
He was one of the exotic cookers, if you want to put it that way.
Sorry.
El Gargoyle wants to know if we've ever seen World Star. Yes, we've seen World Star, El Gargoyle. Hail, by the way.
Oh, do you know they took down liveleak.com? Yeah,
Did they
it was
really?
in there.
Oh, well, that doesn't
I
surprise
don't even
me.
know what Live Leak is. Dude. What
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
where you got to see the real internet before it got bought out. And now when you type it in, it goes to some other webpage.
Right, they don't want you like watching also live like riot footage and that sort of thing. Right, they're just like, well, you'll get the doctored version when we're after the fact.
My
Get
doctor
Archie.
said that she only uses DuckDuckGo now because she doesn't trust Google at all. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, they're all up in our business, but we knew that.
Was it your proctologist?
Yeah, my proctologist.
So I'm gonna jet in about 5 minutes,
It's
but
the proctologist, isn't it? Like, because we start talking about proctology.
Good seeing you, Eddie. Or like
too much
just
anal
talking to you.
talk around here.
before I leave, speaking of comic books,
Let's pimp some Sovereign Wolf,
Hey.
dude, real quick.
I picked up this week the Epic Collection Silver Surfer.
No way. I didn't even know what's entailed in that.
So inside it's got the 82 Silver Surfer by Lee and Kirby, or it's got not Lee and Kirby.
The Moebius?
Yeah.
Oh, that was badass, dude.
It's got
Yeah, it was.
but it's got the 87 series 1 through 14, which I have issue 1, but I never really picked it up. And I never really
had that
got
one, and I
into
got rid of
Silver
it.
Surfer.
Oh,
I picked it up because I want to see what all the hype is.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about with what Galactus and Silver Surfer like this or something.
No, the first issue of the no, that's the Morbius. I think that's the Morbius.
Yeah, okay. What's
Series,
that?
but the original the Silver Surfer series, like the first time he had a solo series was with Sal Buscema, I think.
Okay.
And
Look at it real quick.
Kirby came in at the end, and that's the infamous ending panel where the Silver Surfer's screaming at the end, and it wasn't supposed to be a screaming panel, and it was when Kirby was fed up with his time at Marvel, and shortly after that he quit. You know?
Yeah.
But that series also introduced Mephisto to the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And the Badoon, I think it is. Is that right?
Yeah, it's got the John Byrne. It's got the issue. It's got a John Byrne issue. It's got what else?
The Badoon, who I think later appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yes.
old Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did y'all ever see I just pulled it up, the Silver Surfer trade paperback? Is that the same story or is it a different one?
I don't know,
This
dude. I don't.
So Marvel puts out these graphic novels. They're basically big collected editions. They're called Epic Collection, and it's not so much like in order. It's just it's basically. I'm sorry, these are in order. The other ones are not. They just collect the stories. So these collect like certain runs. It's basically giving you a whole series over time. So I guess this is like the whatchamacallit.
Here, I got it. I
What would I
pulled it
say?
up. I'll bring my screen up real quick.
Yeah, this is the Englehart Grunwald run. So like I said in '87, I remember I got issue 1 just to get it, because it was an issue 1.
Yeah.
And but I could never get into Silver Surfer. I didn't understand it. I guess I was, I wasn't around for the original series and all the But
the Fantastic Four and all that.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
like.
I was always a
Fantastic
Galactus
Four.
fan. Like,
Yes,
you know.
it's my favorite.
Always a Fantastic Four fan, and you know what? The scene that I'm hoping for, it's gonna break my heart if they don't do it in the Marvel movies, is that shot, that classic shot. Oh, Kitay! Kitay needs some love now. Is that classic shot of when he puts his Galactus puts his hand over Norrin Rad, and then he's lifting it up, and there's the Kirby crackle. It's a splash page. Like if they don't recreate that,
You already
exactly,
got Galactus in the
pissed.
Fantastic Four movie.
Oh,
is it going to be the real Galactus?
yeah, it's gonna be a storm cloud.
It's so terrible.
That was horrible, dude. That was terrible.
It's so easy to do. You just make an actor giant, like they made. I mean, that's like one of the oldest special effects ever, and it still works. It's still effective.
I got the Fantastic Four issue with the first appearance of Galactus. For some odd reason
The original,
the Silver Surfer. Yeah, the Silver Surfer issue is a lot more expensive, dude. Like it's crazy more expensive.
Man, you talking about 43 or 44?
Something like that. Yeah, it's around there somewhere. And I was tempted to sell it a while back because I needed some cash. And I was like, "What, sell it?" I was like, "Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it, dude, because I know it's going to be worth something around, like, eventually."
Seriously, man. Seriously, that would be like.
It's in decent condition too. It's like maybe a 6, something like that.
Nice.
Does it have the Watcher on the cover?
No, it's got the Fantastic Four, and it's got. Is it the Watcher that's doing? Where he's got his hand out.
I have the one.
Watcher.
I had the one with the Watcher on it. I sold it way.
I have zero expectations for the Marvel movies from now on.
Oh, me too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're done.
The Eternals.
What they did, dude, that's a fucking shit. But
that's a fucking joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay,
they
so
canceled the New Gods. They.
Oh, good. I know. I was happy about that.
DC canceled that. Yeah.
Hey.
And,
I was happy about that, dude. We dodged a bullet.
Why? What was
dude, the director is an activist, and the writer is Tom King, a fucking CIA spoof.
Oh, I'm not a Tom King fan.
Fuck that guy.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a pic, Preston. You gotta see this shit.
All right, what you got? You want to share your screen, or you just want to?
I'm gonna DM you or DM everybody in this thing.
It's a dirty pic.
I was in the comic shop. No, it's not dirty.
Oh, shame.
But you know how they're trying to make the Squadron Supreme like real big right now?
Why?
What?
Why are they doing that? Like that's.
Say it again.
I don't know because this is their Heroes Reborn.
But the Squadron Supreme was the spoof on the JLA. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, but
it wasn't
what was
really
this?
serious.
Well,
they were at least serious. Now,
Supreme was fantastic.
No, the Squadron Supreme.
Hyperion is actually pretty cool. But once you see this pic, you're gonna.
No, I'm looking at it. This is horrible, dude. This is fucking terrible.
Like, come on, what's going on here?
All right, hold on.
Man, he looks like oh my god, what the fuck is that?
All right.
That's in the store and printed.
Who are they hiring to do this art, dude? This is terrible.
Okay. All right. That's seriously fucked up. Well, they're hiring people off of fucking Tumblr, dude.
This is the worst thing I think I've ever seen.
It's like
I don't blame the artist at all. Who's the editor?
I know who greenlit this shit. Who looked at that and said, that's good.
Dude,
That'll work.
That. That's Gladiator right here in the background.
They're all gay. You remember they're doing the gay
Corsair.
They're doing the gay thing next month.
Oh, no, it's Corsair.
With all the pink characters, or the backgrounds are pink,
they're
all the gay characters.
Oh yeah, and there's like little rainbow colored unicorns.
See,
here's the thing.
Now,
though.
if I were gay, I'd be
pushing...
offended by that shit because I'd be like, why do you just assume because I'm gay I'm into like My Little Pony?
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't care. I don't even care about all that. It's just the guy is out of character. It's just
exactly.
It looks like if you look at that picture again, it looks like they put Popeye in Hyperion.
It does look like that.
It's like
terrible.
But here's the thing.
series
like, I always thought like The Space Jammers.
Starjammers.
Starjammers was a
Yes.
better choice than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Way!
You know, I don't know why
If
they
they would've-
went with the Guardians.
They would have if they would have picked the original Guardians team in
I'd
the
love that.
80s that I read when I was reading Thor and Conan, it would have been appropriate because it's in the
Absolutely.
same goddamn era.
Yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
the whole Jim Starlin
Yeah.
cosmic
They ruined
LSD inspired shit.
Oh, dude,
you
Jim
know.
was the man back then, dude.
Oh my god.
Shit.
You know,
He's
when
still
I
good, dude. Like I love
yeah,
his
he
brief
is.
series.
the Dreadstar, yeah.
Dreadstar's amazing. I got all of that shit here.
Yeah, I love Jim Starlin. Much more as an artist than a writer, though.
it. Right.
Sacrilegious mother.
When I read
Well,
the
you don't like lap dances either, so.
no, definitely don't. Definitely don't. Not unless there's something coming after. If you know what I'm saying.
You can,
That's called prostitution, is what that's called.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's yeah. I mean, if
you
I
go to
have
a prostitute, you know.
yeah, if I have to pay a woman for me to like, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Well, yeah,
But that's not what you go to a strip joint for. You don't go to a strip joint to get laid. That's
No,
you go
to
a
get
strip
away
joint
from
to give away
women.
your money. You give away your money at a strip joint.
Yeah, and also because you're going to the one place where you know you're not gonna get laid.
Yeah, that's why I never liked them. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yeah.
this is kind of stupid. You know?
Well, it's a boys' night out thing. At least it used to be. It was just like I said, it was like being a
but what are you
Viking.
gonna do afterwards? You gotta go bang
Put on
your
the Viking.
buddies? Because I mean,
No, you're gonna get blackout drunk.
I don't know, dude. You're not gonna have enough money to get blackout drunk when it's all
Yeah,
said
right?
and done. You're
No,
gonna be
well, the
fucking-
thing is you put on a buzz before you go in. You nurse your beers, maybe pop like half a painkiller or something
yeah,
like that.
down here they don't let you nurse anything. If you're broke, you leave. That's all there is to it.
I hear that.
On that note, gentlemen, I'm gonna take off. I got to
Peace out, Eddie. Oh, what up, Optimus?
What's up?
Peace
You
out,
wanna
Eddie.
bring Optimus in. See you
Take
later.
care, guys. Later, chat.
Or Phil or
Ciao.
Sim, or anybody that's hanging out.
Ciao.
Oh man, I just posted this picture to the Twatter. That's so freaking cool and disturbing. Of like these like
Cool
of
and
these
disturbing.
yeah of like these severed like well, they look like severed chimp heads are painted up like
Don't really want to see that.
makeup.
Don't.
It's very very serial killer.
What is wrong with you, dude?
No
Very
lap
serial
dances,
killer.
I mean, what the? I just.
Why would you? No, honestly, why would like what's the appeal of having like a buxom
Severed
woman
chimp
rubbing her
No.
butt against your genitals, and then you're just like left high and dry?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I never liked them. I thought it was always kind of stupid, like to go ahead and do. Because I mean, you basically go in there so you can get blue balls and leave. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
crazy.
Right, which is why I liked it better when they were just like dancing girls on the stage, and just
Well, burlesque
I always
shows.
considered-
I think.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Like burlesque?
Well, I think this is just what strip clubs used to be like in the 90s, right?
I don't know anything. I
And they
know-
changed and became gentlemen's clubs.
Yeah.
And I think the burlesque shows, I think those are kind of filling that void.
I kind of like the burlesque shows. I think they're cool.
Yeah, man.
You know, and you don't know
Yeah.
who's a chick and who's a dude either. Like, it's,
Yeah. Have you ever
but
been
it's
to
cool
the-
because it's performance art. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
The competitions
Exactly.
the competitions are awesome. I've been to 2 competitions for burlesque.
oh, really? Get out of here,
Yeah,
dude. That's awesome.
in Key West.
Yeah. Look, man, it's like the old Hammer movies. Once they could actually show tig bitties, it wasn't as sexy as it was when they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave some shit to the imagination.
So
Yeah.
I'm sharing something. I'm curious if anybody has seen
Oh,
this. He
hold on,
posted it yesterday.
What's up? You sure you want to be here, right?
What up, Optimus?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Good
How's
to
it
talk
going,
to you, dude.
It's always good to talk to my friends and whoever this Jake person is.
Yeah, I like talking to my friends and Jay. Money.
I'm your black. sheep.
Wait, is that Jay Money?
That's J Dog.
Money.
Oh, what's up, man?
I'm
I've
in
seen
my
you on.
country wear.
You is that a? Turn your head a second. The other way. Is that a
Sean
mullet?
Connery.
Well, no, it's a ponytail.
Oh, I mean, you let that thing out, and I think you got a mullet going, my friend.
Oh, it's
We need to bring that shit back, yo.
Yeah,
I'm
we need
this
mullet.
mullet.
We need the business in the front, party in the back, right? We need that.
Yeah, the ape drape, as I used to call it, the ape drape, the hockey player haircut,
Hockey player.
The safety cut. Yeah, all that crap, man.
Oh, man.
Mucho. How are you doing, Optimus?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a long day. Things were weird. It was one of those like weird days. It's like, why are things happening like this? But
yes,
you know,
those could be either good or bad.
Mm-hmm. I like how Preston's like, okay, now look at my art.
No, I just finished it. I wanted to give everybody a good look at it. I'll put it away. The what happened to your weird day today?
It was like I don't want to get too much into it, like medical things with family, kind of thing.
Yeah. I hear you.
But I think I've got kind of a handle on what happened and what figured out, so it'll get better. That's all.
Medical seems to be the big thing right now. Like,
dude,
you got a penicillin shot.
Dude, what's funny?
And they're blaming everything on COVID too. Like,
no, it was funny because
yeah, they are. Yeah,
with penicillin shots, they don't do those much anymore. But those were like one of the most effective things you could get back in the day. Like, just get a quick shot of penicillin and you were good.
No, right?
Shove it in my ass. So wait a minute, that might be taken the wrong way.
No, you're right. Like it didn't matter like what you had. It could be a venereal disease to a common cold, just fucking penicillin, and you're good to go, dude.
Yeah.
Now it's like
I got a friend in the military. He's done got it shot twice, and the lady who just gave it to him the second time, he's like, "Hey, man, we're not really supposed to keep just giving you penicillin." So he's like, "You should probably stop."
Speaking of shots, did you hear what Biden dog said the other just a little while ago on Twitter?
Oh, no.
I could imagine.
The rule is now simple: get vaccinated or wear a mask until you do. The choice is yours.
Well,
that doesn't sound totalitarian or anything, does it?
And mind you, don't think that he's actually right. Don't think that he's the one that's actually writing his Twitter account.
Oh, no. I don't even know he knows what a smartphone is.
Yeah, or what yeah.
Yeah. Is that what it does? It thinks?
Yeah.
I know what dementia looks like. I I took care of my mother when she had Alzheimer's, and you can see. You know it when you see it. You know it when you see it.
I've always, people ask me, I said he's in early mid stages. He's not like gone. He's not gone, but he's going.
Yes.
I think it's, I know eventually you're going to need that card to do anything, dude. That vaccination card.
Well, the one thing is it's not going to affect too much because states still have
shit.
States still have prelude. I'm bad with words right now, but
that's all right, brother.
But they've got some authority over that. So DeSantis in Florida, he basically he passed a law saying like if you ask for a vaccine card, we're going to tell you to fuck off. Right?
Well, they abolished the mask mandate in Louisiana, so we don't have to wear a mask anymore. We could just go anywheres, and people still wear them. And the hospitals you're required to have one in the hospital, but
federal and state buildings too.
Yeah,
that's makes sense in a hospital. That's fine. Yeah. And I ran into a friend of mine today, and it was so weird because she gave me a hug. I'm like, wow, this is different.
Not used to this.
I know. I had one the other day.
She says, I've been vaccinated, and I said I haven't, but I've gone a whole year and I haven't gotten it. So
I swear I'm clean.
But the only thing I told her, I said, and she agreed with me. I said, I'm still kind of cool with the 6 feet of distance because I don't like motherfuckers on top of me.
Yeah,
yeah.
Especially when you're standing in line, you always want to get start breathing down your neck and shit.
Yeah.
So Brian doesn't like lap dances either.
Yeah, Brian doesn't like lap dances. It's just
What is it with y'all?
Well, I don't blame Brian for that because those dirty ass bitches are getting all up on your
right.
Well,
thank you.
J Money's ordering strippers. And I don't know if that's really strippers that he's.
Can you get them through Grubhub?
No. DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
There we go.
I would like the
No, that'd be Hodash.
Hey, copyright tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Can I get a redhead with extra VD?
Yeah. Long hair, short muff, you know.
Can she have a few? Just not many. You know, try to cut down on the genital warts. You know, not
We're going back to the finish line.
to a minimum of at least 3.
Yeah, but then you eliminate the rib for your pleasure type of thing.
Oh well.
Oh, gnarly.
I don't want to even. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like.
Quick announcement. I'm about $45 away from 5,000 for the new 60.
Nice.
4 hours left.
How many days are you closing it?
Oh, well, it's going into demand.
Okay, I'm not buying it yet.
So I'm thinking like, wait, well, you can extend another 30 days, right?
Well, I want to.
You can do another 30, yeah, if you wanted to.
Yes, do that.
Do I want to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, milk your.
Yes, you want to do another.
Yeah,
30.
milk this like these last few hours, and then
Yeah.
about an hour before it closes. Well, probably before you go to sleep. Don't do it before an hour before it closes because it will close at 3 a.m. Right.
Well, I personally like to buy like height times, like
you want that boost, though.
Right.
When Anthony Figueroa had 199, he's like, "Yo, if someone gets a free sketch card, and at 200, I fucking bought it at 200." You know, it's just like I like to. That's more fun. I suppose that's more.
Well,
fun.
I did like when I wanted to get 1,000 backers just to prove to Mike S. Miller that we were a real comic book. I said if we make it to 1,000, I would throw in an extra, trading card, which I've got in all my trading cards this week.
He said that. He said that that Peregrine wasn't a real comic.
No, it wasn't. He made this statement one time, which you know how Smiller is. He makes stupid statements, and he made the dumb statement that you need at least 1,000 backers to be considered a real comic book.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
So having word balloons and panels isn't.
No.
He verbal vomits.
And I remember because I was talking to what was it? I think it was when Malin launched Graveyard Shift 3. He was on Charlie's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's on his channel, and I was on there with her, and I mentioned that to him because I said, "Hey, he was because the bigger guys they can get 1,000 like that," and he was like 2 away from hitting 1,000. And I says, "So John, how's it feel to be a real comic book?" And he said, "What do you mean?" And I told him the story about it. He's, "Oh well, fuck Mike."
I gotta say this.
I thought John was like tight with Mike though, or something.
No. They had a huge falling out. So
look, man, that's the thing. Is you remember? I mean, dude, Optimus, you're a comics creator now.
Yeah.
You're like in fact, y'all are in like the higher
upper mid tier, I would say.
Upper mid tier with your first campaign.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right now, J-Dog hasn't released anything yet. Now he's thinking about throwing his hat in the ring.
He just released something.
But I mean, I'm not talking about like from his body. I mean,
like just now, like
in terms of
and all those ladies out there, he's released.
All those mail order strippers is what
all those all the Hodash.
Look, man. Look, we got people that are on their first campaign and they're new creators and they're making like barely maybe about $3,000.
That's
right.
To be quite honest.
Yeah, and
right.
Yeah.
I don't care, dude. If you make one comic, you're a comics creator. If you sell one comic, you're a comic.
Like I say, if you sell 10 comics, it
doesn't
matter.
Everybody knows like Ninja Turtles #1 wasn't a real comic. Right?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
that was
Eddie Winkler,
under 1,000 issues for the first issue. So
Eddie Winkler made a good point, Brian. Just to remind you, when you go to change it, make sure you change the number to 60 because then it'll become.
I was going to ask.
How
do I do that? How do I do that?
In the back end, I don't know if I can still do it.
Brian, this is your 8th campaign, and you don't know how to do that,
dude. Well, I only had to wait an extra 5 months to launch the damn thing because my artist was busy with other shit.
I would like to buy him soon.
Oh, dude. Making covers for like everybody.
I mean,
But,
look at that
oh,
shit.
man.
That's the
Speaking
best
of that,
one.
I gotta get artwork over to Chief Justice Optimus,
Yeah, so I
That's,
can.
Ooh.
and
That's-
I want
that's
you
the
guys
best
to
one you find.
broadcast the fight that's going to go on. Who gets what?
I said if the four of us ever do a meetup, we're gonna have to like have a fight to see who gets the painting, because the painting didn't sell. So it's like now it's like, all right, who's going to get it? I mean, I went full Solomon. I tried to do Wisdom of Solomon. I said we can split it 4 ways, and didn't go over too well.
Well, that's what I was about to say. You could do like there's people that pull their money to buy a Frazetta,
Yeah.
and then they cut it up, and each one of them takes a piece, as far as like a sketch or something like that,
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know it's crazy,
Is that
but
for
they
real?
do that. Yeah, that's for real, dude. They
That's like
fucking
straight
do
up
that.
art vandalism, dude.
Like because Frazetta's known for doing like he'll take a piece of paper and he'll do a sketch here, and all this, and they'll take that piece of paper and they'll cut it up.
Okay.
The problem
That's not
is,
as bad. That's
yeah,
not
but
as
the
bad.
problem
Shaped
is
like a
that
heart.
if he even signed it, it's only signed on one spot. You see what I'm saying?
So that like creates an opportunity
That's
for
like
grifters.
That's like Pistols at Dawn to see who gets,
Yeah, I know, right?
who gets the sign
Seriously.
part, right? Like,
Matthew Fowler in the chat says Peregrine was a hit. Yeah, you think? Dude,
it was definitely a hit. You guys fucking knocked it out of the park.
First try.
First try. Dude, it was
Very
like
good
when it did happen, I was just, we were like, when it made goal, when it hit the initial goal, we were like, okay, good. We kind of breathed a sigh of relief, and then it got up, it's like, oh, we got 15. Of course, 15 was when we announced Preston.
Yeah.
Preston, just his cover alone was worth about another, 8 or 9 grand for the campaign. Yeah. So
yeah. Booyah.
And he-
Booyah is the effective word.
and he got a nice little bonus for that.
I did actually. Here's what happens, right? Like I do stuff for campaigns, and then I'll forget if I got paid for it, because usually I get paid for it at the end, right? After everybody collects their money, and they're like, "Okay, your sketch sold. Here's the money for it." So I contacted the office. I was like, "Hey, I think you guys need to pay me for that." It was like, I just checked PayPal. We did pay you. I was like, "Oh shit." It was still long ago. I totally forgot. And I missed the part where he said, "I just sent you a bonus of $500." Right? I'm like, and then I went and I noticed, I was like, who just gave me money in my account? I was like, and then I was like, oh shit. I was like, and then I was
My bank account is a little fatter, right?
Yeah, I know, right? And I was like, and then I felt like an asshole because I didn't mention it. I didn't thank him for it.
No, it's good. Yeah. Well, the thing is like we hit the part for the everybody gets a bonus tier, and I actually did forget to give you one at that point. So
I didn't even know, dude.
Yeah.
You could have kept that shit and went and put it.
Oh no. I try to keep. I always keep my word.
Yeah.
Trust me. I want to keep there. I will say this as gently, as diplomatically as possible. There is something that is being given away in the campaign with a certain character on it that I now regret having on there, but because I'm a person of my word, it will remain there. It will never happen again.
Now, you see, I'm going to the campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm going to check it out because figure out what this is.
Hey, that's good, man. That's good. Build more hype.
That's one thing I learned too. You got to be careful what kind of promises you make or what kind of agreements you make. And
it was like they've never done anything to me or friends of mine, but at the same time, there's definitely an association that I don't want to deal with. So
I'm so out of the drama. I don't have. I actually, honestly, have no clue what you're talking.
It's funny, Brian. Like
I don't either. Actually.
I only know because I am the head of Graded 0.5. People tell me things, and I'm like, even then, I'm like, I really don't want to know. The less I know, the better. It's like because my thing is like I don't care who hates who. I don't care. To that degree. If you're affecting my bottom line, then I'm going to have a problem. But
I mean, none of this shit has anything to do with making awesome comics.
Well, what happens when you do that? You end up becoming like a HR representative. Like you're like, I'm some human resources motherfucker. Like, what? No, keep your fucking drama to yourself. And
But then people get mad when you don't choose sides.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting.
But let them
thing.
get mad. You know what I mean? My attitude is always the same. Is I don't have a problem with anybody unless they have a problem with me because I'm going on somebody's stream or I'm hanging out or I'm working with somebody that they have a beef with.
Well,
then I have an issue.
Yeah, that's happened many times actually.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable because people are just like that.
And my thing is like, you know, and of course y'all see my feed. And like, who do I mostly talk about? I talk about mainstream idiots, or you know, something stupid that happened in politics, or that Mike Hager is the greatest mayor on earth. You know, and you know, publicly, I'm just not going to get involved. I don't care what you do. You know, privately, of course, I got my own opinion about stuff, but you know, that's still my opinion. And really, in for a penny, in for a pound. I mean, I remember there were some people. I should say people. There was a person who would keep super chatting on the graded channel and asking, "What do you think of this or that?" And I would at that point I'm going to milk it. So you know what I said? They sent a $2 super chat. And I said you're going to have to pay at least 20, and then
that's awesome.
I mean, that's the thing, because this particular person said something. I think they said they had set aside like $2,000 to send super chats about this person.
Christ, dude.
Wow.
But they're doing it in $2.
Wow.
But they're doing it in $2 increments. I said, dude, you can do better than
Xenomorph? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, that's him. That's the one. That's him. Alien Xenomorph. Yep.
Dude, that's a sickness.
Yeah, that's somebody that's legitimately sick.
Dude.
Yeah.
$2,000 just to go start shit. Like that's insane, dude.
I mean, it's just like if you're willing to drop that kind of money, just the fact that you're dropping that amount of psychic energy that like somebody takes up that much space in your head.
Leave it to Brian to turn something into a hippie issue.
Well, I put a supercharger.
Hey man, old
on
punk
my
rocker, we hate
S2000.
hippies.
I put a supercharger on my S2000 one day, and I blew the motor.
Ow.
I mean, it's one of those. It's like, so I had to buy a motor. So these motherfuckers will spend money. Like I spent money back then.
I love the fact that he set aside $2,000 so he can send out 1,000 super chats because he's doing them $2 increments, right?
It's like $500 a quarter. He put his bonuses to the side.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude. And what's funny is like, it's only $2, so you know, YouTube automatically gets 30%. Right. That's why I always thought, that was another thing. There was an accusation going around that some channels were like sending themselves super chats to make it look better. I'm like, why would I send my money?
YouTube?
Why would I send my money so YouTube could take 30% of it?
Exactly. Oh, that's retarded.
Who would do that? Who would fucking?
Nobody.
Well, there's probably a few that would do it just to make themselves look good, but even then, I don't think they would. They would probably logic would eventually dictate saying this isn't a good idea. I'm actually losing money doing this.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mental case, so.
Yeah, you and me too. You and me both, brother.
That's crazy, dude.
Some
of the weird shit that happens behind the scenes that I don't know about as far as all this kind of crap goes, but.
That's because you keep your head down, man. I try to keep my head down too. You're keeping your head down drawing. I'm keeping my head down writing. And so we miss a lot of this shit, a lot of this drama.
Well, I hear about it.
Hear about it, but it's just like I don't care enough to like look into it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like I don't. I just looked at your campaign. Like the only thing I can see on there is something that I'll talk to you about.
Well, dude, shoot me a message if there's something I should take down.
Not you. I'm talking about Optimus.
Oh, okay. All right.
What'd I do this time?
No, you said there's something that you put on the cover that you regretted, and I was like, I had to go look.
Oh, great! Now I gotta look.
I see it. But I was like, really?
It's not a cover. I'll just say that it's not a cover.
Oh, it's not a cover.
No. No, but I will say I will never do a manga cover again.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I don't think you guys sold too many of those manga covers. Did you?
You can't. Let's put it this way: your cover came in late, and you surpassed it in like a couple of weeks.
That's trust in power.
I figured it would. I put a lot of effort into that painting. I was going to make sure that motherfucker's
so freaking good. And I've got some. The posters that I had to print for the poster sale I did in Black Friday. Mm-hmm. So I printed out some posters of that thing, and it's so sweet looking. Oh
yeah, it came out. Wait till you see the original. You're not going to want to give it away to your buddies. You
Oh, I've already said like it's going above the Optimus mantle. You know, it's gonna.
who do I have to
talking
buy
about-
out? That's
we were talking about earlier in the show about like people really want a poster of Preston's cover for the new Six Gun.
he's talking about the Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, the Iron Maiden parody.
Yeah.
People like want that as a poster, and I'm thinking, well, what size should it be? What would be cost effective? He was thinking of making it out of like thin paper and then like folding it and and shipping it with the book. But I got a feeling that people are going to want something like old school, that you get at the mall and like put up on your wall.
Okay,
what did you guys do with Peregrine? Like, did y'all do like 24 by 36 posters, or did you?
For the 2 team up posters, that were giveaways. Those are 11 by 17.
Ah, okay.
The ones I'm selling, the ones we sold, like for the Black Friday, are 18 by 24. Because we figured for that, and I mean, I'll tell you, with shipping and everything,
it's about $350.
Are they in tubes?
They will be, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, it's so expensive.
So for 100 posters, this was with shipping.
Yeah.
$62.84.
Oh, that's not bad. But what was the paper stock? Was it a good paper stock?
Give me a second. I'll give you the stats.
Is shipping going down or something?
I think shipping's actually gone up a little bit, but it's still like not terrible.
And thanks for this, Optimus. I am writing this shit down, just so you know.
It's well, when you get to that size, it's 100 pound gloss.
Dude, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so we could do that. That is definitely feasible.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
And the poster tubes, when how much do they cost to purchase individual in bulk and at 100? You said.
Well, see, what I did is because I'm an idiot, and I promised that I would send the 11 by 17s in tubes. Now think about that; those are freebies. I want you to think about it.
Oh shit, dude! You
they're
lost your
freebies.
ass on that.
And I've sold,
okay.
12. I sold, rounded off about 1,100. Books.
Wow.
I'm just saying rounded off. It's probably a little less than that because
So you spent $1,000 on tubes?
Actually, no. 600.
God, dude.
Ow.
But because I found a good place that does they got really good. They've got tubes for like a really good price. If I had got it from like a Uline or something like that,
Yeah,
right.
Uline.
we're talking like well over $1,200.
I can give you a hack if you want.
Nice.
What's that?
Like priority mail, like the post office gives away free tubes, right?
Oh yeah, for the big boys, I'm definitely going to do that.
Well, no, what I used to do back in the day is I'd take those triangle tubes and I would go ahead and cut them in half and go ahead because they actually come. I think it's 2
so
feet
you like
of
roll
tube.
roll the map into the tube.
They're like
Oh.
2 feet, and you go ahead and you cut it in half. And I guess that wouldn't. They got to be longer than 2 feet. They got to be at least 36 inches or something like that. But yeah, I was able to fit like 14-inch posters in there. 18-inch posters, whatever it was.
Because my deal, I'll go ahead and tell because something I was going to announce, but I was waiting until I got the boxes in. Because originally I was going to ship the books and ship the poster separately, but I was like, Jesus Christ, that's going to be a lot of shipping.
Pirate ship, dude. Use pirate ship. Don't even
we
look
talked
at
about this
stamps,
before.
dude. I'm telling you. I tried it after using stamps for my last 3 campaigns and using pirate ship just to ship out a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, pirate ship is so much more efficient than stamps, and it's free. It's a free service.
Well, I wish you'd have told me that before I signed up with stamps and ordered all the.
Well, you can always cancel stamps. Like stamps is all you can. I cancel stamps, and they refunded all my money.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. Thank you for after I ordered the scale and all that.
You're gonna need the scale anyway. You're gonna need the scale anyway. But you could have got that through the post office. Like pirate ship, you don't get a scale. They're not going to send you a scale.
But anyway, back to what I was going to say I was going to do. So like I said, I had to think. I got to figure out a way to ship this all at once. But I said I was going to get these posters in tubes because I didn't want these posters to be damaged or creased or anything like that because people were bitching about that. So I had found, and like I said, I've got to reorder them because I ordered the wrong size the other day. I'm going to tell you about that. That's a funny story. I'll tell you about that in a second. These 13 by 13 by 2 boxes.
Okay.
And they will be able to fit the 12-inch, poster tube and the comics and all the goodies. And it won't, and it'll be one shipping cost. So it's basically saying I'm buying more shipping material, but I'm saving on the shipping cost. So it's going to equal out in the end, but then people will get everything at once instead of,
Did you?
Okay, I got my book. Where's my tube? Or they get my posters. Like, wwhere's my book?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Did you use Packline or Packwire.com?
No, it's a company called Granger. And I've had the reason, and I would recommend them because I'm going to tell you why. Here's the story. Okay. I went to go order these things the other day. That's why I haven't reordered them because I've been kind of having to. I said, let me take a step back and make sure I do this right this time. What I had done is I had ordered some 12 by 12 by 2. I hadn't ordered them. I put them in my cart, right? Some 12 by 12 by 2 boxes. I didn't realize that you were still in my cart. So I went and made the order. And when I looked at my order after I'd made the process and everything, I was like, oh, good, they're on their way. And I ordered the wrong thing. So I sent an email immediately. And I'm like, hey, I ordered the wrong thing. Can you cancel this order? Yeah, no problem. We're canceling the order, right? I was like, cool. I said, once it processes, I'll reorder from you. Well, then I got a notification, an email saying, your posters are shipped. They'll be here Wednesday. Or not posters. Your boxes are shipped. They'll be here Wednesday. It's like, wait, what? Hold on. Stop.
Oh, shit.
Hold it. So I sent him an email. I was like, hey, didn't do that. And, the person was really cool. They said, somehow it did still get processed. We apologize for that. We can, how'd they say? You can either not accept the thing, and once it gets back, we'll process your refund, or we can you can accept it and then we can come pick it up. I'm like, so you want me to just like keep like 1,200 boxes in my house for like a few days until y'all decide to come pick them up? He's like, I don't know if that's a good idea for him. But I said, I said, whatever I got to do. And, she gave me a form to fill out and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. This is why sometimes
1,200 boxes. Fuck.
This is why sometimes old school, just calling somebody on the phone and getting it done is better than just, trying to do it through email. Yeah, I get an email from a guy who's obviously a guy in charge, right? He's he's like a step up in the ladder, obviously. So he didn't call me. He sent me a letter, he sent me an email, and he says, hey man, just want to let you know, we called Freightliner, who's to be the ones delivering it. We called Freightliner and told them just not to deliver it and to bring it back to us. It's cool. We got you. I'm like,
nice. Yeah.
Man, I had to go through all that other crap, fill out paperwork, and sign my life away and give blood and all this stuff, and all y'all had to do was call them.
I've talked to a few artists in DMs, and I've like, have you talked to your representative on the phone yet? Mm-hmm. And they're like, nah, just through DMs. I'm like, you should probably call them and literally hear their voice. Like,
yes,
you had a campaign that made some money. You should like call them.
I am probably going to have to do that with Mix'em. I'm having an issue with them. It's nothing big. It's just that everything is set up for the big, the comic order. I've got everything else except for the comics. And the reason is, it's like, basically I was trying to say, I got it set up so I could have cover A, cover B, and cover Preston all shipped at once instead of me having to do 3 different orders and pay 3 different shippings.
Right.
So you just started something tonight, cover Preston.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't want to call it cover C because it's like
cover Preston. Yeah. Done. It's done.
We call it C because it outsold everybody else.
Yeah. That's not
that bitch is A. But as Vito.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Nothing worse than false humility.
Yeah. But like I said, so we got, and the problem is like with Mix'em, anybody here has dealt with Mix'em, they're good. The problem is cover B, the PDF I sent them, they says, well, the PDF, we can't open it. I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I sent them the PDF directly from the Google Drive. I just gave them the link, right? I said, here's the link. Yeah, we can't open that either.
What?
What?
Man, you fucking
Who
call 'em up
are
tomorrow.
these people that you're dealing with?
Call them up tomorrow.
And so finally, I said, okay, fine. I found my original TIFF of cover B, which is the manga cover, right? I converted it to PDF, and I emailed it to them, and I said, here it is. Hopefully we can get this straightened out.
Did you put motherfucker in there?
Almost. And so I sent it to them, and then I didn't hear nothing from them. And I'm like, okay. So I sent them another message. This time I sent them a message through their website. And I'm like, hey, just letting you know that I haven't heard anything about the email for my cover. And they send it back and it says, what are you talking about? I'm like, I said, the X thousands of dollars order that I am trying to make from you. I'm like Xavier now. Xavier has this saying. He's like, when people like when you want goods or services done and they don't do it, he has this phrase says, "Why won't you let me give you money?"
Exactly. That's exactly right. I'm trying to give you my money. Why are you making that difficult for me? Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, I've never used Mixam. I've heard nothing but good things about them. I've still been using Greco because whenever I've had an issue with them, you can get them on the phone like that.
Yeah, Greco's been good, and their print quality is great. But I got to say, after seeing everybody using Mixam and what kind of product they produce, I think I'm gonna have to try Mixam on the next one, dude. Because Anthony actually convinced me of that.
You better get a different rep than fucking Chief Optimus over
there. Oh well, I think this is just a case where it's a really big order, and we're just all everybody's trying to make sure we do it right. And somebody in the food chain just got kind of like yeah,
and that's fine. Yeah, and that's fine as long as you can get somebody on the phone or get them to answer an email relatively promptly. Yeah, I expect within the same day is great, 2 days at the most. Yeah, but with Greco, it was always literally 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'll probably just call him tomorrow just to get them on the ball. It's like, okay, let's get this done. I need to get these books in the next week and a half, and so I can start doing some shipping, So,
oh man, you were gonna hate that. You were gonna be kicking yourself in the ass for doing all packaging them and
that should be fun, man.
No, it's fun at first when you see those boxes, but then when you're boxing your 300th, 400th copy, it starts to get a little.
Oh yeah, it does. Dude, you ain't fucking lying about that,
dude.
Yeah, and it's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong.
We got our Geminis in the other day, and
fuckers are heavy, aren't they?
Dude, because like I said, I am. Like I said, I'm trying. Like I said, my big thing is I've seen the horror stories of bad shipping, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm trying my best to avoid that. So, like I said, in the box that in the 13 by 13 box they will still be in a Gemini. It's not. I'm not just going to ship a book in a
that's
shit. In a bag and board. I want to make sure.
Cyber fraud came.
Yeah,
I'm not lying. It came in a manila envelope with a piece of cardboard.
I know that. That's why I don't want that to happen. Yeah.
As long as it gets to be in one piece. And the thing is, you're always going to have some people that are going to get books that are jacked up or that don't arrive at all, or worst case scenario, for me, the most horrifying, most embarrassing thing of all, somebody getting an empty Gemini mailer.
Oh. I never had a problem with somebody getting a book jacked up, and I never had a problem with somebody not getting their book at all. I had people contact me and they were like, dude, where's my book? I'm like, dude, here's the tracking number. It's held up in Tennessee. I don't know why, but that's the black hole.
Mail is so jacked up right now. That's the one thing. When I talked to the stamps rep, they said that they've actually started working out deals with UPS. So UPS and United States Postal Service are comparable now as far as pricing.
No, they're not.
No, I'm talking about. I'm just telling you what. From what she told me on their end,
Yeah. They're probably please don't use pirate ship. Yeah, we're comparable.
Well, the reason is because USPS is so jacked up right now.
Yeah.
I said, put it this way. The proof copies I got in a few weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
I sent one to Piper and one to Xavier. I did overnight.
And it took 2 weeks.
$50 overnight for both of them. I've done $50 total. They didn't get their books. I sent it on a Monday. Didn't get them till Friday.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the way things are right now because they fucked with the postal service during the campaigns, dude.
But
I'm telling
then
you,
they should-
that's why
that-
everything's so fucked up.
Then they should give you your money back. If you're paying $50 for it to be there the next fucking day,
foolish
they should be
person.
giving your damn money back.
That's not gonna
Luckily,
happen.
I've got a real good relationship with the local postal people. So they basically told me, just bring your receipt and we'll take care of it because
that's cool.
Yeah, no, that's not, and plus, what I like about them, it's like it's basically a 2-woman operation at this post service, post office. And I told them, I said, now look, I'm talking about hundreds of packages a day, probably. And then she said, we're the postal service, we'll take care of it. I said, that's cool, but I'm reminding you. And she said, well, think about this. That's why she convinced me to go to their, little post office instead of going to the big boy downtown. Right. She said, you won't have the personal touch. I said, good point. And she said, and she said, basically saying like, we can work with you, and it'll be nice and flawless. It won't be like every day you get a new dude, and that dude's like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and fewer people, fewer chances of fuck ups.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's great, man. That's wonderful.
She's like, we're your local post office. We're not that busy.
Yeah. Literally, like this post office is no more than like 3 miles from my house.
That's
so
beautiful.
It'll be great. Yeah.
Dude, I hate the post. I hate going to the post office.
Me too.
I tell people like whenever I have to mail shit out, I'm like, dude, it's gonna be a minute, because I don't have it. I hate getting up early, and I
Well, let me tell you how cool this post office is. This is a good example of how cool they are. Any other post office in my town, and probably anywhere else in the USA, they close at 5 o'clock. They close at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
No. Maybe take that back. They close at 4:55.
Yeah.
So the other day I came in. It was like 4:59. Of course, they had locked the door. And that's fair enough. Because nobody else. And I came in, and I'm like, I have to ship this, right? And she said, joking with me. She said, you shouldn't have showed up late. I said, I know. I tried to get earlier. I'm sorry. She said, give me the box. Give me the
That's
box.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they were just cool because that situation was like a friend of mine. He was trying. Okay, right now it's impossible to find a regular Nintendo Switch. You can find the Lite. You can find the Switch Lite, pretty okay, but you cannot find the regular Switch. My friend wanted a Switch because he wanted the regular one because hook it up to TV and so you could stream off of it and stuff like that. He couldn't find one there. He lives in Washington State. And so I went and looked. And I said, well, dude, there's one in my local Walmart. I'll grab it for you and send it to you. You send me the money. He's like, yeah, that's cool. Okay. So I did that, and everything. So that was like the story behind that. I was trying to get him his Switch. So it's like, I was like, man, don't you love? I say we better not talk about video games too much, or somebody will come in and say, why are you talking about video games all the time? You stupid. You talk about comic books.
Yeah, there's a little crossover there,
Oh yeah, Brian. What's funny? Ever since that night, now that we have a guest on, every time we ask him, "What was your favorite Sega Genesis game?" It's become
Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's awesome.
It's
Spawn.
literally become a thing now. Like we
Spawn.
just ask, "What was your favorite Sega Genesis game?" Like, oh well.
I played the fuck out of
No,
it.
Forgotten Worlds.
on this channel, Optimus, this is the locker room. We talk about some fucked up shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
sure,
You know what I've
sure
been
do.
looking for, Optimus?
What's that?
Bullets.
Bullets?
Yeah,
They are hard to come by.
No, well,
They
no,
are
I mean,
very hard to come by.
You guys didn't stock up like
Oh, I have bullets, but I want more bullets.
2 or 3 years ago?
Don't you?
I got
no,
bullets. I got slugs. I got
some good money
buckshot.
off
I
crypto.
got
wanna buy some bullets
bird
now.
You gotta
shot.
understand, Brian. The point of having bullets is so you can have. Basically, the point of having bullets is so when you get more bullets, your bullets have friends.
When I just bought,
Yeah, they get lonely, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They're like
Yeah.
ruffles.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't
I
have
got
just
plenty,
one.
man. I got plenty. I got more than enough. I got rubber buckshot, and I got
Bro, I went to
beanbag rounds. I got flechettes. I got the bolo rounds. Ever see the bolo rounds? They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
those little ball bearings with like a piece of cable connecting them, so they go.
Nice.
Take somebody's fucking head off.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
a little.
man. That's kind of the point.
You want to talk about something fucked up? Y'all appreciate this. My friend of mine, one night he was going out. He went to go like let his dog out, use the bathroom and stuff. And around his fence was a damn possum, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think they're cute, but
they're assholes, right?
okay, right, yeah.
So he said, it was inside the fence, and he said, "Well, I got to take care of this." So he said, he told his wife, said, "Go get my, go get my 9." Right? She goes in, gets the 9, and gave him his magazine and everything. He did it, popped it, locked it, and he shot the possum. The possum exploded. Like, and he
hollow point.
He literally said, "Honey, yes. Which magazine did you get? The one that was on your dresser. The one with the hollow points in it." Yep.
Yeah. Have fun cleaning that up.
That's what he said. He said, "Yeah, that was fun to clean up." Uh-oh. What's this?
You hit yourself.
Oh, yeah. I love this. Bam!
Now, how much facial reconstruction do you think she needed after
She got the
damn.
zoo, I bet.
that? That was probably
she
like
got
getting
sick.
hit in the face with a sledgehammer, dude. Yeah.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse if it had hit her like in the taint. That would have been pretty brutal.
Dude, look, it nailed her right on the fucking chin, son.
Like cheek or chin, like right there.
Poor woman.
That fucking thing disintegrated.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see. What was the aftermath?
Nothing.
I mean, she
No,
looks
she
like
looks alright. She looks alright.
No lost teeth? No nothing?
well, because it was a coconut, right? Or like a melon. And I bet it was like a
Watermelon.
really
Oh,
Right, so it had
it's
some
like a
give
black
to
thing
it.
hitting her in the
Yeah, I bet it was a
face.
ripe melon too. Because
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Christ,
Oh,
she was
ow.
fucking lucky, son.
Yeah, she is. Like,
I had an awesome race. Yeah.
I was expecting her nose to be fucked up or
Did
something.
y'all ever?
I thought her nose was going to be in the back of her head.
Did you ever see that? I mean, this is an old video. Did you ever see that old video of like the woman who was stomping grapes and she fell off the fucking platform
Yeah.
and face
I
planted?
will see it.
That's brutal, man. That's
I
brutal.
mean, but the sound she makes is so. I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
Or something like that.
Chest. Yeah, real quick, y'all never told me how to like extend my campaign. Like, what do I click on?
You go to 1-800-EXTENDS.
Is Ron Jeremy like in prison?
You had that immediately available.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
Oh no!
Turn the sound on. Turn the sound on.
Yeah, this is brutal.
When she falls, dude.
Yeah. Listen.
Wait,
I don't hear
y'all
it.
hear that? Y'all
No,
don't
you
hear
gotta.
it?
You got to share it with the sound.
Because you do need the sound for this.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, we're all going to hell. We're all going to hell.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
You wasn't here for the bear attack show, were you?
Oh, that was CM. Oh man.
It's a lot of fun the whole day. Stop.
Here comes.
Oh.
I can't breathe. No.
Oh no!
The faces they're making, like.
Oh, no, that sounded really bad.
Oh. Yeah. She didn't get hurt though. Believe it or not.
That's
Probably knocked the
that's
wind out of
good.
her.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And plus, sometimes you can not break your nose, but it feels like you broke your nose because it hurt, that little bit of cartilage can hurt really bad if you get smacked.
Yeah, it can. At the school that I went to, the grade school I went to, they made us play dodgeball with basketballs.
I fucking love dodgeball, dude. Dodgeball.
Oh, dude, I got my nose broken like at least twice, maybe three
Bro.
times.
One time I pegged a varsity player with a tennis ball during dodgeball,
I'm glad that you pegged him with
well, no,
a tennis
no.
ball.
The coach immediately like grabbed my arm and lifted me up like this, and I'm like, "Ugh." He's like, "You're gonna need to leave." Like when they're done, he's like, when they're done changing,
Keep an eye out, Optimus.
he's
Keep
like,
an eye out.
"Oh, go ahead." But anyway,
All right, what's this?
Oh, wait, you missed it.
Oh, fuck me.
Was that? Whoa! Holy shit!
Yeah, that was a bear, dude. And that wasn't like one of the little black bears that we had.
No, that's
like,
a big boy right there. Holy shit!
That's a big boy. That's a big biscuit eating mofo.
Yeah, that's I mean, he's booking too.
Yeah, he is.
My man is on a bike and he's turning around and that bear's still back there.
Yeah, but watch, dude, watch. Remember, this is a mountain bike. You can't like fucking jump that motherfucker.
Oh shit! Oh man, that thing's got stamina.
Dude, they got burst. I'm not kidding you.
yeah.
Friend of mine. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was my cousin. He lives in Michigan. Oh shit! Oh no!
Oh no, boy! Oh, you
don't go
dude.
off the path. Don't go off the path.
Dude.
This shit.
I wouldn't stop moving until I was in the next state. Oh,
I know, man. That shit looks fake as hell.
Oh my god! He literally,
man.
Oh my! He literally pulled what they did in Godzilla vs Kong.
I know, right?
They like, shut it all down. Make him think he won. No, he actually won. It's just.
I know, right? Yeah, he fucking won.
Yeah.
Oh, he came that close, man.
Dude, if that bear,
that
would have
close.
turned the other way, dude. In some alternate universe, that dude is dead.
Yeah. But,
oh man.
Yeah, my cousin one time he was deer hunting in Michigan, and he was like looking over a clearing, and there was deer, there, and then a big boy bear comes out, into the clearing. But he spotted a buck that he wanted, and from the clearing, let's say I want to say 300 yards, across, right? The deer were in the middle. The bear was on the other side. He took his shot at the buck. The deer and the bear took off. The bear beat the deer back to the woods on the other side. Them motherfuckers got burst.
No, they can move.
They're like
dude.
the perfect, they're like the perfect land predator. Think of like,
they
like
can
a great
climb.
white shark, but on land.
Yeah.
Did you see the video
They're
where the
smart,
dude's in
too.
he's in his deer stand, and the bear climbs up there?
Yeah.
My dad told me a story one time about. He said it was a friend he knew who went bear hunting. He never went bear hunting again after this. He said, the bear was, the thing is, it kind of snuck up on him. He was like in a blind and everything, and then the bear was like on top of him, essentially.
Look, if he's bear hunting, that's fair play.
Mm-hmm. And then so he turned around and took his shot, right?
Yeah.
And he shot the bear like center mass because the bear was kind of in its standing position.
Right.
And he hit it center mass instead of like with a bear. When you shoot a bear, you're supposed to shoot it in the head. Like that's one of the few things they say: shooting the bear in the head is the only way you're going to be sure you kill it.
Right.
Right. He shot that thing center mass. And my dad said, his friend said, no joke, the bear picked up grabbed dirt on the ground, packed it, and then still came after him.
Packed dirt in the wound?
Yes.
That's insane. Yeah. But you know what? I don't have a lot of sympathy for Homeboy because, if he's out there hunting bear, that's fair play. That's
Mm-hmm. Look at this one say, "You get down from there, you son of a bitch."
Yeah, those are like the kind of bears that we have here in upstate New York. Yeah,
some blackies.
Little black bears.
Yeah, we have.
They
I think
will
we have
fucking kill you like a little.
They can still kill you.
They're cute. They're cute, but I wouldn't fuck with one.
Mm-hmm. Like she's just scolding it. It's like, get down from there.
There was a black bear that you remember that dude was hiking in the woods and he took a photo of the bear right before he killed him, and it was a black bear, wasn't it?
I think it was.
And they'll hang out and leave you alive. They're not like big cats. They won't kill you and eat you. They'll keep you around.
Oh, yeah.
See, that reminds me. There was a. Do y'all remember that old?
rock.
Y'all remember that old internet thing? It used to be on YouTube back in the day called Ask a Ninja.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, that was a shit.
Did you ever see the one where he talked to his grandpa ninja?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that was a good one because he was talking about fighting dragons and shit. He said, back in my day, we used to fight. No, he said, back in my day, everything was immortal, right? Like nothing. And then he had the best line. He said, "You know how hard it is to kill something that cannot die? You got to defy reality yourself."
Did you see the one where he was talking about real black? Like how they get ninja costumes, like he said there is no true black. Like it's either really, really dark blue or really, really dark green. He was like, but ninja costumes, true black. We have to go fight dragons and use dragons' blood and shit like that.
That was another thing his grandpa ninja said. We didn't have like metal to make weapons, so we made them out of hair.
I got to see if that shit's still around. I love the Ask a Ninja.
Yeah. He said we didn't have nunchucks. We had to pantomime the motions.
This fucking bear, dude.
This bear is just like chilling.
He's like, I'm so gonna eat your
He
ass.
probably smelled her.
Yeah.
She didn't put no decenter on before she got up there.
Probably so.
Yeah, that's the only reason. He's like, you smell like good pussy.
I just like the fact she was scolding the bear. Like, get down. You knew
The
you
bear's
go down.
actually listening.
Well, every time we would hunt, because I've had bears walk under me when I'm hunting, but I would rub my dad. He would always make sure I rubbed the decenter on like my ankles, or like my socks.
Anything that could be exposed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's scent glands.
Yeah. Anything. Any scent gland. Yeah.
Your wrists, your neck, your ankles. All that. Sexual shit.
Speaking of, did y'all see that Brie Larson posted pictures of her feet today?
I was trying to look for a crotch and I didn't see any.
Yeah, well, those feet are just. I just thought maybe like because they've seen her feet before, like they're in like shoes and they look terrible. I was like, well, maybe she just has bad feet, in her shoes, right? No, she just has bad feet. Those things look disgusting.
Actually, I don't find any part of her attractive.
Oh no, I don't particularly. I mean,
Spider-Man had a better ass than Brie Larson.
Yeah, that's scientifically proven. I mean,
like his is round, hers is flat. That's not. It's supposed to be opposite. That's not.
So you like the lap dances like Brian is what you're
Absolutely.
Oh God, you find it.
Where did this go?
How you kill a ninja? Whoa! Hostility. What did a ninja ever do to you? Oh, right. Personally, I think it's a little rude to ask someone how to kill them. I've said it, Dandy. I have trained hard so that I never have to ask anyone how to kill them. And I think on some level they appreciate that. I don't I'd like to sync up with one of those ghost mediums with nice boobs like Patricia Arquette. Let's make it Roseanne Arquette. Let's go ahead and make it just Courtney Cox through the David Arquette. If we're going that far, we'll just make it Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer, I know you've probably heard this before, but I respect your hair. Killing a ninja is a terrible thing to do. Ninjas are an important part of the eco-bio deathosphere. You're gonna have a crap load of bunnies, and by bunnies I mean stupid people, and it's really cool. A ninja funeral is everybody wears black, just a big chorus of bagpipes, and they usually play something by Johnny Mathis.
Fucking stupid, man.
Fold it very taut into an exact triangle, and then they slice the widow's head off with it. Just go. They usually take out members of the family as possible. You gotta be on your toes at a ninja funeral. All right, I've handed it on enough. If you absolutely have to kill a ninja, it's pretty easy, actually. All you have to do is, and then. Box. And then you need to kidnap Chris Rock. But there's more work to be done. Once you have recalibrated the kinetoscope, John Cougar Put yourself right about here. And then as long as you make sure that you have thoroughly painted the pigeon. Done. Thanks for your question.
Dude, you need to pull up his grandpa ninja.
I'll take a risk on that one. I got a feeling I'm gonna get a strike.
I don't think you get a strike for it. You might get a claim.
Yeah.
What was the
maybe.
last?
That shit's so old, man. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Absolutely.
come back.
We're gonna have to do that on a regular, like do Ask a Ninja episode every time.
Yeah.
How about I do a stream? You might as well do a Rosanna Arcade.
oh wow, he actually has a video as of 11 months ago. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn,
What?
dude. I'm gonna have to check it out. I thought he was done. Like,
Yeah, it's been so long.
It might be a real upload, but it's still like interesting. And
well, ninjas are immortal.
that's true. Let's see if I can find his grandpa
Awesome
ninja.
ninja.
Give me a second.
That's awesome, dude.
Let's see.
Where did
I
it
found it. Yeah, it was talking about the ninja lifespan.
Do a share screen. I'll go ahead and put it up.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was the ninja lifespan. I'll get a second here. Yeah. The answer, the original answer was like ninjas live until they die. He said sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less.
If you absolutely have to kill a ninja.
Yeah. All right, I'm sharing.
All right, let's see here. That looks a lot newer.
Yeah, it's like a few years newer. All right, here we go.
Maxwell, ask the ninja. How long do ninjas live for? Well, Max, get it? Not? No? Most ninjas live until they die. Some a little bit longer, some a little bit shorter. It just really depends on how much metaphor they apply to the idea of life. What do you know? You ain't never lived a day in your life. Grandpa, you have to be quiet. Quiet? You don't know what quiet is. I invented quiet. My grandpa is visiting the set today. Listen to this. Huh? What's that? Didn't hear anything, did you? That's right, I was being quiet. Grandpa, I'm in the middle of never netting. I'll put you in the middle of the never wet. What did you just say? Really? Would you like to answer the question this week? I can do that. I'm sorry, but this is the only way to shut him up. Hi-ya! This it? You call this a show? Look at this thing. Shoddy paint job on the wall. Who am I even talking to? Where the people at? You talk into the camera. You watch it. I'll talk to your internal organs. Or better yet, I'll make your internal organs talk to each other. Make a little pump show out of it. Hey, Mr. Pancreas, you hear about the fellow that fell into the upholstery machine? Oh, no. He's fully recovered. Why nobody laughing? If the inner tube audience was here, they'd be dying. Not of laughter. What? Can you believe this one with the back talk? In my day, a ninja didn't talk unless someone's death depended on it. Ninjas today, you guys got it easy. In my day, everything was immortal. That's right, everything. It takes more than a couple of punches and some kicks and a sword to kill something that can't be killed. You have to defy reality herself. And that reality, boy, she is one saucy bird. I went out with her a couple times. Took her to a couple of ice cream kills. I never really believed in her, though. There's some advice for you. Don't go courting anybody whose very existence you question. And another thing, when I was coming up, our shurikens only had one point. We were too poor to have metal, so we made them out of hair. You know how hard it is to kill something with hair? When you kill something with hair, that's something. You could say something after that. Nunchucks. The only thing we had when I was growing up was just the word nunchucks. You want to kill somebody with it, we had to pantomime the whole thing. And I will tell you right now, if you are facing down a camel leopard and you're trying to kill it with pantomime, boy, your space work better be pretty darn good. And dragons! You guys don't know nothing about no dragons. In my day, dragons were huge. They were what's eating Gilbert Grape big. If they died inside a house, you had to burn down the house because you ain't getting them out the front door. And me, these dragons, I'll tell you, if they caught you, they turn you into a pair of shoes. And I don't mean like nice fancy shoes. I'm talking about like mandals. You know, where they cut little holes in you so that the dragon feet can breathe. They go to a barbecue and they be like, hey, look, check out my living ninja shoes. And then when you wore out, they take off the foot and they ball you up and they play ping pong with you in fire battle. Mind you, you are still alive at this point. To top things off, they take a stick and shove it up your fatty arbuckle and throw you up to the moon. Are you done yet? Boy, you're gonna be done if you disrupt my ninja fire one more time. Now, where was I? What was I talking about? made me lose my train of thought. I told about nunchuck, making ninja stars out of hair. I told you about that one, right? Yeah. What else was there? You know, I got more to talk about. I just give me a second to think about it. Hey-ya! So to wrap things up, I think it's pretty safe to say that most ninjas live a little bit longer than you want them to. I heard that. I don't know what to do. He's my grandpapa. Thanks for the question, Max. I look forward to shortening your life soon. Hey, ya! You call that a threat, boy? In my day, we made everything out of hair. We made our spears out of hair. We made our swords out of hair. Hair was a big commodity. Grow out your hair. You had a business started right there. You had a good head of hair. You buy a house.
God, I love it.
You could buy a house.
You could buy a house.
That field wind that I think only Jay could make money in old time ninjas.
I still don't know how to extend my campaign another thing.
All right, if you go into the back end and go to settings,
Yes, sir.
there should be an option to say it'll say like how many days you got left or how many days you got up there,
I wonder
and
if
you can set it to 60.
Let me see.
all my campaigns are in demand. I don't know if I can even access that shit. Like, it's,
Settings, dashboard. Wait, I see. Well, I see. Well, there's the opt into opt in.
campaign. You got to go to
demand.
campaign editor.
Oh yeah, it'd be under campaign editor.
Oh, duh. Wait.
And then
No,
you
wait,
go
no.
into,
I actually, that is in
basics. It's under basics, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Basics, because I'm kind of basic.
You fucking basic
Basic
bitch.
bitch.
We're all coming up with the same joke.
All the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because we all know some basic bitches, don't we?
Yes.
Man, damn,
They're fine.
YouTube must be listening to my conversations because on YouTube on my recommended videos, it's a video that says Jesse Ventura, why I quit WWF over Sega Genesis video game deal. Like, wait a second. Wait a second.
Jesse, I was the star of Predator.
I was a Navy.
Take it out. I was a Navy SEAL.
I was a frogman. I mean, it wasn't a SEAL. They weren't SEAls yet. You know.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was a Navy frogman, and did you know that the Twin Towers they had thermite paint? That's why they came down so quick.
I was the star of Predator. I seem to remember you getting taken out of there pretty quick, Jesse. That's a lie, Monsoon. I was the star. Everybody knows that. Schwarzenegger was happy when I hired him for that job.
Let me tell you something, McMahon.
Oh man, best color commentary ever. When he became governor of Minnesota, I died, man. I was like in seventh heaven. It was like the body.
You remember when he had his sci-fi show? And he
he
was debunking stuff, and he kept going to these shut down nuclear facilities. And shit. He was like, "It's like, but I'm a governor," and they're like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "They won't let me in because."
Have you noticed my left lateral deltoid lately?
Jesse back in the day was a fucking monster. So
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Fucking mammoth. I was like,
and quick on the mic, man. Holy shit.
Him and Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake was another one. Like Jake was a fucking master.
Jake, like he was. I mean, they call Triple H the cerebral assassin, but Jake had it on lock.
Oh, he did, dude. Yeah, he was
like
he was telling a story. He was like Jake, you got to cut a promo, and for this upcoming show, I think it was going to be a live event, right? So he's like, okay. So he said he would think for a minute. He said, I got something. So he goes over there. He's not making a sound, right? And he's talking. He's like, and he said what he was trying to do is get inside whatever little kid's head was watching this pro to think that the sound was broken on their television.
That's some next level shit right there. That's some next level shit.
He said then he would say, "Oh, you thought the sound was broken, didn't you?" Just like you thought old Jake the Snake wasn't scary, like your friend told you he wasn't, huh?
Oh, dude. The best, though, are the stories about Haku. Holy
Haku, oh man, the
shit,
Haku
man.
stories are so good.
The Haku stories are so good. I actually approached Michael Bancroft and was like, dude, I know you're busy, but like, dude, if we made animations to go with the stories that people like with the audio, if we could get permission of the audio of the stories that people tell about Haku. Like, did you hear the one that Stevie Ray told about the Tongan death grip?
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's one of the best ever.
I think the one that I like, talking about Haku, speaking of Jake the Snake, I remember what he said about Haku. You remember that?
Yes, he said
he said, if you gave me a Sherman tank and a 45, he says, I would jump out of the tank and run into the bushes and shoot myself before facing Haku.
He was like, I wouldn't shoot him with the gun because that would just make him angry. Oh, just the story. Oh my God, man! It's
I know that.
like,
one of the things I remember hearing is like, the Steiners, they would always like rib people, right? They would do some like crazy shit to people. I think one time they duct taped the dude to the ceiling because they're the fucking Steiner. Rick and Scott Steiner, they're monsters. Of course, they're going to duct tape somebody to the ceiling if they want to.
Right? Yeah.
They would not fuck with Haku.
Because Haku would just straight up kill a bitch, man.
Yeah,
my God.
Haku, what was that one that he popped? Did he pop a dude's like eye out of the socket one time?
Yeah. What he did was he reached behind the guy's eyeball, popped it out of his skull, but it was still attached, and he was like, I'll eat it. I'll pop your eye out and eat it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then he bit some other guy's nose off.
Yep. And then there was the time. Remember the time I think the cop showed up and they tried to arrest him?
Yes.
And he just kept breaking the cuffs and laughing about it.
Yeah, and they and I forget who it was, but somebody said that he saw these guys unleash like a huge torrent of like pepper spray or mace, and that Haku just went and just sucked it all up and then just kept coming.
Yeah. And what's hilarious is like I've seen Haku in the last couple of years, because he's in New Japan. He comes out with his kids sometimes. I forgot their tag team name, but he's come out with them. So dude still looks like a beast.
Yeah, he does.
And the dude's like got to be in his 70s now, and he just still looks like a freaking beast.
Oh, dude. And like everybody says, like Jake the Snake said, he was like, "Oh my God, if MMA had been around, that guy." It was like, "There's no question he would have dominated that sport."
I have seen many people
killing machine.
I've seen many people. Go ahead. Yeah.
No. Well, there was another Rick Rude was another one that they said was like he was a beast. Like he wasn't like what you seen inside the ring. Like people were scared of Rick Rude outside.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It's interesting because you want to know. It's like, well, who were the guys that were like the actual badasses?
Well, the Ultimate Warrior, like I think Rick Rude brought the Ultimate Warrior in or something like that, and the Ultimate Warrior did something wrong in the ring, right? So Rick Rude like fucked him up and put him inside of his locker.
well, that's the thing. He was just a bodybuilder. He wasn't a really
Rick Rude was the shit. Like they would set. He was. They were saying that they were in a bar, and it was a cop bar, right? And they had all these cops there, and they said, who was the guy? It was one of the guys would go start shit with the cops, and he'd be like, "I'll tell you what, I'll arm wrestle you, and if I win, you give me $500 or some shit like that." And they were like, and he would pick the biggest guy out of. He was like, and the guy would be like, "Okay," and then Rick Rude would be sitting in a corner somewhere, just sipping on his beer, and he goes, "I'll tell you what, instead of wrestling me, how about I get that guy and you arm wrestle him?" And they were like, nobody beat Rick Rude. Rick Rude was a badass. Like, and they would have to exit the bar immediately because
I
they
remember,
would win.
I remember a story. You were talking about the Warrior a minute ago because the Warrior was known for being a jackass.
Yes.
He always let the hype go to his brain, pretty much.
I think of wrestling they call it marking yourself.
Yeah, he marked. Yeah, and let's be honest, Bret Hart's the same way, but we're not.
Yeah, getting high off people that get high off the smell of their own farts happens in every industry.
Yeah,
That was
but
Lex Luger. Lex Luger was like
yeah,
that
Lex
too.
was like that for a while too. I think he kind of settled down after. I mean, he got
after he was dying. That's
well, no, it was like a few
after he
years.
killed Miss Elizabeth.
Well, yeah, I think that kind of turned him around. But anyway, so one night, apparently there was this feud going on between the Warrior and Andre, right?
Yeah.
Now, y'all, if anybody knows about wrestling, everybody knows Andre was the boss.
Yeah.
You did what he said, or you weren't going over.
He was
that was
the closest you were
Yes.
getting to a superhero.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you weren't
He had,
going to
like,
move him unless he
superpower.
wanted to be moved.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
like they had a story where he got in a fight with these small guys were trying to fight with him, and he got drunk. He said it took 2 bottles of whiskey to give him a buzz, right? And he got pissed. He finally had enough, and he ran out there and turned their car over. Like, while they were in it. Like he
But this was hilarious. Bobby Heenan told this one just before he got messed up and passed away. But, yeah, but he told the story. He said, they were, he was the Warrior, and they were feuding. They were, going, house shows and everything like that. Well, you know how the Warrior was. He'd come out like 110 miles an hour, right? And one of Andre, as a heel, one of Andre's favorite things to do was to like fall back and get tied up in the ropes. That happened, in the Hogan match and all that stuff. Because that gave the face a chance. It's like, oh, I got the giant all wrapped up, brother. I can wail on him now, right?
Yeah.
So he would do that. But the thing was, Andre was a little bit hurt at the time. His back was bothering him and stuff. So they always told him, go light. Yeah. Don't hit him as hard as you can. Just tap him and he'll do the threats. He's Andre. He's going to do the right thing.
Right.
Well, the Warrior is the Warrior. He goes 110 miles an hour and hits him as hard as he can. And then Heenan said he heard Andre go, So the next night they come out and of course they tell the Warrior again, go light. Don't hit Andre as hard as you can. Andre will take care of it. Of course, he doesn't listen. He goes out and he hits Andre as hard as he can. He falls back. Heenan hears him go,
like the fucking Hulk.
Yeah, and of course, Bobby, he's like, boss is not gonna like it. Boss ain't liking this. So the third night they go out. Now remember, the Warrior, he could run. I mean, that's why his matches had to be short because he'd be gassed if it would last more than 5 minutes.
Right, because he would come out and run around the ring and
yeah. So. So he's going, he does it again. He's going 100 miles an hour running at Andre to do this thing. Andre puts that big meat hook fist out in front of him and hits him right in the face and knocks him the fuck out.
Strike three.
Yeah.
Like, him saying strike one.
Right. That was strike one. Yeah.
This is the strike two. He fucked up. That's fucking great, man.
Another stupid Warrior story. They went. I think they were touring Japan. because they had like a deal with like New Japan. One time. So they would go on tour.
Hugely
and of course,
popular there. Yeah.
As you know, Japan's wrestling is a lot different than U.S. wrestling, especially then. Right.
Yeah.
It was a different thing. The pomp and circumstance didn't matter. All that mattered was the wrestling in the ring. How good was the wrestling, right?
Right.
Because the Hulk Hogan that wrestles in Japan is a lot different than the Hulk Hogan that wrestles in the U.S.
Yeah. I actually saw him do an enziguri.
Yeah, against Muta. He had a great match against the great Muta, for Christ's sake.
Because people that have only seen Hogan wrestle in the United States, like, he wasn't really much of a wrestler, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he had his 3 moves, really. It's like, big boot, leg drop, stuff like that.
But in Japan, evidently, he had to step his game up.
Yeah, he said he had to actually wrestle. Yeah. And he made a good point about it. Somebody said, why don't we see that in the U.S.? And he says, and he made a good point, ego aside and everything else. He says, people don't come to see me wrestle. They come to see Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
That's true.
But anyway, so back to the Warrior. So DiBiase told this story, Ted DiBiase. He said... And of course, he was telling the big difference between, when you wrestle in Japan, it's a lot different, It ain't about the pump, He says, people don't give a shit about the $1 Million Man in Japan. They want to see Ted DiBiase wrestle, right? So not even doesn't he have the, the $1 Million belt, doesn't even have the gimmick, suit on. He comes out in tights and, that's it, right? Of course, the Warrior, he has to come out as the Warrior, right? He said, this fool comes out, not only does he come out running 100 miles an hour like the Warrior does, he comes running through the crowd. He starts running through the crowd and all this shit. He said by the time he finally got to the ring, it'd been like a minute he'd been running around. He was already gassed, So,
oh, what
dickhead.
What a tool.
Yeah.
What a tool.
Such a moron. Like,
Yeah,
and of course,
it's
and of course,
funny.
you know the promos. The promos were just fantastic.
Oh,
They're legendary for being so stupid and not making any fucking sense.
Like he was the anti
great.
Ric Flair. He was the anti Ric Flair in that respect. Like Ric Flair will always be like in recorded history, hundreds, thousands of years from now, remembered
One
as
of the best promos.
Laurence Olivier, the fucking Daniel Day-Lewis of professional wrestlers. I could watch Flair promos all day.
Yeah.
All day. They never get tired, man. They never get tired.
There was one where he went so crazy. He was talking about. He says, "Do you want to be to lay on the lawn and get ran over by lawnmowers? Do you want to be trampled by a stampede of elements?" I'm like, "Are you talking to your fans? What's you doing?"
And the way his face would turn beet red, I mean, you gradually to see his face get like it would turn pink and it would turn dark pink, and like by the time he was finished, he was just like beet red.
I can say this: like I was at a show in San Antonio, and Ric Flair was one of the guests. As soon as he entered the floor, like everybody was like, "Woo!" Everybody.
When you can stop a convention and it's just like everybody's just like woo, you're like, hey, that's. And I bet he played it up too. I bet he played it up too as soon as he walked. I bet he was strutting and.
Quick story about Captain Lou Albano, guy that I know, said he went to like a Knicks game or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's our big team in New York, and you always get into the finals, but never can actually, win a championship.
They never a bride, yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, Captain Lou was in the crowd, and he evidently got a big pop just from just hanging out, because people were just like Captain Lou, right? And I mean, he was one of the best heel managers ever. Were such a character, right? And so at first he just this is when he was retired. So he lived upstate in New York. He lived in upstate New York, and would go to church and that kind of a thing. Very, very mellow, retired lifestyle. So he looked over his shoulder and went, "Hey, everybody, hey." They would not leave him alone. Captain Lou, Captain Lou, Captain Lou. Finally, he's just he shrugs evidently to his friend and just starts going off. Goes up and down the stairs, often imitated, never duplicated, gives them the whole fucking routine. And huge cheer, and they finally let him sit down and just watch the fucking game.
You want to hear about how big
we're gonna have to wait on that because it's been 4 hours.
It's been 3 hours and 45 minutes. Come on.
Hey, almost.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I am tired. And
I gotta eat.
Why don't you come on tomorrow? Well, maybe tomorrow. I might be doing another one tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and. I'm going to be doing them until this stack doesn't exist.
Ooh, and dude, if you're feeling up to it, you're not my monkey. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if we could maybe, I don't know, get a little peek at those 6-gun pages, just to kind of. Oh, thank you, dude.
I had to seal them up with
I'm Optimus. I'm very, very lucky to have this man doing this book.
I have heard many people say that who have worked whose books he's worked on. I will say that as well. But he did that wonderful, beautiful cover.
Fantastic. Now, I mean, is there a campaign that Preston hasn't hooked up with a piece of original art?
I mean.
Hard.
He looked at him.
There it is. We just can't talk about that one.
Uh-oh. Snap. You know what's great? He's working on at least one top secret project. I'm working on a top secret project.
No, it's not a top secret project. It's just
do you know how cool it is that we have
that we can't talk about?
Okay,
so here's
dude.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the next page after the one that. I think this one follows after that. And
yep. Yeah.
Man.
This one really isn't mine. I got to be honest. I've been stealing stuff from Adrian, but Adrian's supposed to have stuff.
That's
like
totally
what
cool.
I did was I used his pencils and just redid them in my pencils. You know what I'm saying? Like put some tweaks in there so they don't stand out.
You see, I'm not sure about that pose though.
You said that's the pose you want to keep. Like
No,
what,
no, I said that's the pose I wanted to change.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
But if it's a problem, you
It's not
know,
a problem.
we're good. Because I kind of wanted him in like how a gorilla like that
I get it.
would be posed, but
you also got to keep in mind that's the only splash page Adrian did in the whole book. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's keep it.
And I mean, if you want to eliminate it,
no,
that's fine.
no, we're good. We're good. Well, no, I mean, look, dude, that's the thing that I love about working with you is that, you know, like Preston understands, like there's two storytellers. And, you know, I know if I have a bad idea, he's going to have a good one. You know, seriously, man.
All right, we're signing off. See you guys later.
Optimus, great seeing you. J-Dog, always a pleasure.